dun, dun. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again, folks. It's Monday, so we kick off another week in wrestling with a little bit of celebration on the side, but we got WWE RAW, the fallout from Elimination Chamber. So much to talk about, so much to get into, and we are but 3 years old today. It's going to be a fun one, folks, so strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is our birthday celebration and a little bit of WWE Raw tonight. Looking forward to this one. It's going to be a fun one. Stack night, 3 title matches. Plus, we had some soul selling, soul giving. We don't know. We also had Travis Scott smacking the shit out of people. We got so much to talk about, so much to get into tonight. I was looking forward to this one all day because the wrestling world is abuzz. The WFU out there spreading the good news, spreading the good gospel. Love seeing it. But me and this pretty face have you for the next couple hours. I see that chat filling up. Hope everyone kicked off their week right. You're feeling good. You're ready for some wrestling. But make sure you hit like, share, subscribe. Be a part of the family. Be a part of the shows. But with all that being said, I will remind you, I am Mr. Everynight KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube, and that is Mr. Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight KJ White. I am Big Nick, and yes, my guy, hey, happy anniversary. 3 years, let's go. I see everybody in the chat saying happy anniversary, all of that. 100%.
There.
What are you trying to do with the, you trying to play the world's smallest fiddle, sir?
Right. No, happy birthday. Happy anniversary. Yeah, 3 years ago yesterday, to be honest, but 3 years ago yesterday, we put up our first ever anything. And it was just a quick little promo from me saying, I'm going to go live. And we didn't have a plan. It was grassroots at that point. And I'd like to think we've come a long, long way as I see this chat filling up. And there was some lean days, Nick, of just me, you, and a couple other people. But we've come a far away from that, and we're grateful. We're humbled. We love the fact that we're still doing this, and we've seen nothing but everything going up and feeling good. So, yeah, man, happy birthday!
Absolutely, and we'll shout out Brian real quick. 100% of yes. The Cena heel turn got me tongue tied a little bit here. I got Shang Tsung there.
I thought you almost called us the Italian champions of the world. I was like, okay,
maybe
okay.
I don't know. But there's so much news. There's so much a buzz. And shout out to everyone in the chat. We'll get to you in a second.
We're going to get to
first-time viewers, some new members, all of that. But there's just so much. On top of even the card that was stacked, now we've got Phoenix is out of AEW. John Cena's a bad guy, so you got to flip off every time you're at the McDonald's drive-thru.
Right? Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, the story about Phoenix, we've been waiting for this. We knew the lawyers were in negotiation, which I'm sure part of the negotiation was just let us go, please, please, pretty please. But Phoenix apparently off the roster, out there, free agent. Could he be here tonight? Could he be here next week? Could he be here before Mania? We don't know when he's going to show up. But I mean, we've long reported that he will be showing up. So curious times about that. And like you said, John Cena's it was like funny going through all my posts over the last 24 hours. And it's just like Cena, Rock, Cena, Rock, Cody, Cena, Rock, Cody, Travis Scott, Cena, Rock, Cody. Forgot Randy Orton returned. Sorry, Randy. Welcome back. By the way, we love you. But the Viper's back. Jade's back. We're not even convinced that Naomi's the only culprit, which we did talk about. You know, there is some clues saying that Bianca might be afoot. So
we shall see.
Yeah, we will figure that out as well, man. I mean, again, lots to dive into with all of this, with in and out of the ring, how it all looks, what this all means. But I would say, Nick, the wrestling world, I haven't seen it in the 3 years of doing this, like this, a collective awe and shock. even people who aren't wrestling people are like, John Cena went bad guy. Like it's
I
the
was literally
crazy-
talking it to my neighbor before we went live and everything, who doesn't watch wrestling, who only tries to talk to me about wrestling a little bit because he knows I do what we do and
right.
everything. It was on ESPN First Take and everything. You're seeing
Oh,
this article, that story, this person's talking about it. It is again, it was a seismic shift. And yes, I know everybody, all the correctionists and everything out there. It's not the first time John Cena's turned heel, but
no.
it's been a long time. And he was the guy that you felt never would go back there. And
No.
now that happened, it's on par, I would say, with the Hogan NWO turn.
Well, that's been a lot of the conversation that's happened online over the last couple of days now is it like the Hogan moment, Seth turning on the Shield? I mean, this is one of the most epic things ever. As far as the ripple effect, I think there was something ridiculous, like 200 million views across all socials or something insane. The idea that it's The Rock and Cena, the way it played out. Well, why did Travis Scott do our mans like that? Why did Cody like?
Yeah, what did the five fingers
hard?
say to the face? I saw people saying Cody better get his receipt back, better get his lick back
Yeah,
on because he slapped the shit out that man.
We saw. I mean, we've seen a lot. Ric Flair came out and said, "There's no way you're ever winning. I'll come
Our
back."
favorite drunk uncle. I'll stop taking blood thinners and I'll fight through security to make sure you don't get that title. John Cena.
Never have. I'll stop taking my blood thinners. Been a threat in a act of violence before, but thank you, Rick, for that one. Blows my mind, man. It makes me laugh. Shannon Sharp's chiming in. People are saying, Austin said next time Cody needs help, wink, wink, he's not far from Vegas.
I could see it. I could see it. I could really see it. I was talking to one of my buddies earlier today and everything of, could you see it? WrestleMania 41, you just out in the middle of the match, glass shatters, out comes an ATV, Stone Cold just hops to the ring and everything. A stunner. It's just like 40.
Yeah,
cool, because if he's there the whole time, you're gonna think, Steve, why don't you get in there and just whoop the Rock's ass? Just fight. Go ahead.
Well, I think that's the thing here is there could be a moment where The Rock or Cody's outnumbered and it looks all bleak for your champion and John Cena's all but got 17 in the bag, and then that glass shattering might cause issues across the globe. Like there might be cardiac events popping off everywhere.
They did the seismic activity shit and everything before. Right. Like we've had the Beastquake and everything. That would be some seismic activity of Las Vegas. Here's the glass shatter in the middle of John Cena and The Rock just laying it to Cody Rhodes.
Right. But it's crazy. And I know I've seen very minimal pushback from even the darkest. There were some tribalists out there, some friends or acquaintances of ours, and then I seen them even soften of like, yeah, man, this is like my childhood. This is crazy. I can't believe they did this. Like, even the most jaded fan out there is kind of like, fuck, they did it.
Yeah, no, the biggest thing that I've seen more is like people trying to say, oh, see, I called it. See, it was so obvious. No, the fuck it wasn't, because that's what made that moment so big, is because we had, like, I think we had even thought it, bandied the idea around during the prediction show or whatever. And was like, yeah, no, during the retirement tour, he ain't gonna do that. No, he hasn't done it now. He ain't gonna do it then. All of that. And now everyone's rediscovering on the mic, I'm a bad man. I'm a bad man. And everything. Like, we're getting NWO Cena. Everyone's saying Bray Wyatt predicted this. Like, it has just been an outpour of attention. I don't want to say it's all been exactly super positive or this or that or whatever, but it's everyone's focused and paying attention on this and wants to see the next thing. It was a big deal when John Cena tweeted today, because again, the post show press conference, he just sits there and drops the mic and walks off, which I think was fantastic.
Yeah, again, you add to it. The less is more. You keep people guessing. And again, I think they've done an amazing job of working the dirt sheets, working the quote unquote reporters out there. There are people that ate a lot of crow. They don't have a plan. They don't know what they're doing. And then you go all the way back and you start seeing all the little subtle hints that they were leaving and all the little crumbs they were leaving. And, Hansel and Gretel decided to either follow it or not. And for those who followed it, we had a big moment. For those who didn't, they ate a bit of crow yesterday.
But was it actual moments that they were planning, or was it moments that they managed to patch together? Granted, I won't deny that there was very much some deleted tweets. I'll say that, and everything from some certain journalists that were saying about how there was no plans and everything. But I think some of the stuff people are kind of overreaching and overconnecting. Like people think the 3 thing is it's just Cena's thing again, and that's what it was. Then there's the people we would from 3 to 2. Are there 2 new people? Is he 2 more on the hit list? What is it?
We all know that The Rock has trouble with hand signs. Apparently, like even the one was a bit tricky for him. If you like, how do I
with an L?
Like, how do I do this?
Right?
So I mean, again, what it has done is it's got so many people guessing. They're guessing about everything. And a lot of people out there want to say, oh, we knew. Look at that building. 70.
Almost 40,000.
Was it almost 40,000? What did I say, 70? But yeah, 38,000, I think it was. Yes. But nonetheless, that whole building went bananas. We've seen fan reaction from people that were in the building. We had reaction. We've seen other people react. No, this whole idea of like, oh, I fucking knew it. No, you didn't. Even you, my guy, you hadn't picked. I said there was no way they were going to do Cody and Cena because I didn't think Cena was going to turn and I didn't think Cody was going to turn. You felt like Cody was going to turn. You got the match you predicted, which high marks for that. Nice call. But nobody, I think, saw this turning out the way it did.
Yeah, no, they literally took what I had and just completely flipped it on its head. And there was so much a buzz and everything going on, and we had all the reactions. And again, poor Randy Orton, he just always returns, and when he returns, some cool shit's about to happen right after.
Something else is going down.
Some really historic shit. But no, literally, I was putting out so much stuff yesterday. Instagram was trying to stop me from like, no, we limit how much you can put out, sir. Stop. You're doing too much.
No, it's crazy. I mean, it's been nonstop all day. The memes, the clips, the funny videos, the dub
reaction video,
like insane, bro. It's been absolutely insane.
And I think we thought Cody's line, the uncensored line of we probably sworn enough, but I still won't say it just to be safe. But the Dwayne Go yourself, was viral alone, and we thought that was going to be the cool moment of the night.
Was the cool moment, right? That was the good night, the send off of like, right? But again, I
told him to go have himself.
And I think they are in a position when you never see stuff like that. When it happened, it adds to that holy fucking shit. Oh my god, that just happened.
That's not supposed to happen.
Yeah. So I mean, kudos. I think they get full marks for that. We got about 15 minutes before the start of Raw here tonight, folks. We are also celebrating 3 years of the Wrestling for Life Network and the newly formed WFU. But we appreciate everyone for being here tonight. We will be the live reaction to all your action when the time comes. You can sync up with Nick and I and watch along. But we start tonight with a super chat, which I love to see from Jason PDSI, $5. I have watched a couple of watch-alongs back from the PLE, and your reactions are probably my favorite so far. Well, Jason, thank you.
I appreciate it. I love to hear it. And we've been in a few, actually. That's the thing is, there was even a few I think we sent in the group chat and everything of, and that was such a moment. And that's why those compilations are like 45 minutes long. And I think Geekbox even had like a headphone warning in his of everybody's mics peeking out, all of that. Everyone's in shock. That's the thing is we were there for like another half hour or so. Just like, I don't know what to say, but I'm saying words.
Right. Oh, no, again, it was one of those epic moments. I remember being a kid and I was sitting on my aunt's living room floor when Hogan did the leg drop. And I was like, what is this? Like, it was one of those moments. We still go back to that moment. We still talk about it. I said earlier, like Seth turning on the Shield was a holy shit moment. Throughout history, Shawn Michaels, Marty, it was kind of one of those we're never going to forget this. We're never going to forget this.
Absolutely. And that's what that moment was. And I think not to take away from like the Seth and the Shield thing or even the Batista evolution thing, this felt different because this was like the guy. This was the hustle, loyalty, respect, and now he's hustle, loyalty, disrespect. And did you see that they're trying to trademark, broken, no, it's
Break
not
a
broken.
wish.
Yeah, break a wish and everything, because
Foundation.
everyone's like, them kids.
Right.
Our truth crashed out. Our truth should be protected. Our truth needs to be in a safe space right now.
There
Him and little Jimmy.
There has to be a face-to-face moment of like just a disappointed R-Truth on behalf of all the people, just like, you broke my heart, John Cena.
Right. Yeah. Like, I felt so bad for him. Stu, the camera guy, Dave
Right.
LaGreca crashed the fuck out about this.
Right. Stu with another $5 to say hello. Going into deep dives or Cena's. Yeah, I mean, people are going to look for clues everywhere. We greatly appreciate the super chat, Jason, and the compliment. But yeah, I mean, again, there are some dots that are like, I know, like one of the ones going around is like Cena's face was on the truck when the Rock, like, I mean, coincidence. I don't know how planned that was, but there are certain things along the way that, and you see how they tied things back around, and gotta give them
I
marks.
think the biggest smoking skull, like smoking, I almost said smoking skull, but smoking gun, I think, was I saw it when they went back to like the Pat interview.
Yeah.
To where he's talking about WrestleMania, and I think I'm going to be doing something that's never been done before, and all of that. And that seems very much like this. A lot of people thought at that point it was going to be Dwayne. Now this is this bigger than Cody Dwayne?
Yes. And I mean the added element of the fact that it's Cena's last run, it's his last go, it's his,
that's what made this so unbelievable. He's got 10 months, and that's a huge though risk and a gamble and everything for a guy like John Cena as a character, as a performer, everything like that, as a wrestler, all of that. He had 10 months. And he could have stayed, and everything, and everybody would have been fine with it. Like I said, that's why I thought Cody would go heel, because Cena's going to stay babyface. Cena's going to end this out, as the kids, as the Make-A-Wish guy, as the kids' favorite. But for him to take the risk and take the gamble of, I'm going to go heel in 10 months, and this is going to be the last thing people remember me with. See, he still got me tongue-tied. That's, I think, a bold decision.
Yeah, and again, I think it's the conversation of like, do you want to have a good send-off that everyone is happy about, or do you want to have an epic send-off? And
you want to make history, John?
Yeah, and people forget, like September, October, it's getting down to the nitty-gritty. Turning back's not hard. You just need the right person to turn that crank. So, I mean, again, we'll see if he kind of last minute kind of still leaves a happy-go-lucky guy. But people do forget, and shouldn't forget, how much this does for Cody Rhodes as far as putting Cody up and over. Cody Rhodes now is in this epic thing. And I know Cody's at the top, but as far as generation to generation, this is a huge rub, a huge moment for Cody.
Well, and I just thought of that question before, and I'm so glad you were like, yes, you were doing the reverse Tracy Morgan with the no. You were saying yes to everything. You were Daniel Bryan. But that this moment is bigger than Cody versus Dwayne ever could have been, honestly. Because this is such an attention getter. This is this is the ripple effect throughout the industry, throughout pop culture right now.
Yeah. And they took my theory of why we might get Cena, Logan Paul, and said, "Oh no, hold my beer. We can do bigger. We can do more. That's
we can do better.
Good. We could do better," and that's what they did. I mean, they come out swinging. I thought Cena, Logan Paul would get a whole lot of buzz, a whole lot of click, a whole lot of mainstream eyeballs. Nothing at this level, especially with The Rock involved. It's a wild storm of just absolute attention. But that being said, C Money's in the house. Daniel Hadley, new member. Welcome, Daniel Damian. AEW released Ray Phoenix. Now he's a free agent. I see him running. Yeah, I mean, it could be as soon as tonight. I know they like
under. Do they break their record with Ricky Starks?
I kind of want them to, right? Like within like 6 hours. I just don't know where was Phoenix when he got the news. Can he get on a plane? Like, did he need a plane? Well,
he was in the parking lot,
right? Has he been just like traveling with his brother just in case?
He's in his carry-on.
Right. Welcome, Damien. By the way, Eric, thank you so much for the happy birthday. Could be a big night for American Made. EO versus Rhea. Gonna cook and free at last. Free at last. Ray Phoenix is free from the Converse jail in Jacksonville.
Eloquently put. And I still find it fascinating of there's been so much big stuff going on in wrestling news that a stack card that has 3 title matches on it, we still haven't gone to. But that just tells you how good things are going right now.
No, I mean, again, we haven't even talked about tonight's show and everything that needs to transpire. We're officially on the final sprint to WrestleMania, folks. There is no major shows. There is no big shows between now and WrestleMania. So all bets are off. We're locking some stuff in. We get an idea that it's going to be Punk and Seth. We're not sure if Roman ties into that. We know we have John Cena, Cody Rhodes, Gunther, Jay, Rhea. Who do we got with Rhea?
Bianca, or Rhea or Io, or do we get a triple threat? We've got Charlotte, Tiffany.
Right.
Those are the only matches that we've got locked in on to a 2-night Vegas WrestleMania.
Right. But it is definitely starting to shape up. Quidarius says Jade and John Cena suck. Christopher, welcome back. Jamal, welcome. Hollywood Cena, I like that one. TJ, Andy, Scott, happy birthday to you guys. Thank you. Wrestling for Life finally made it through its terrible twos. Finally. Looking for bigger and better things. Happy birthday. Thank you, Christopher. Thank you, Jordan. CM Unk, happy birthday. I love it. What's up, everyone? Before we chat, I want to say congratulations to Wrestling for Life Network on their 3-year anniversary. Congrats. Toronto is getting a WNBA team. Yes, they have. I don't think it's this year, though. I think it's next year. Happy birthday, guys. Congratulations on 3 years. Thank you so much, Larry. Chris, we see you. See money. Appreciate it. To the best 2 live streamers in the world, my guy.
And when now we're taking it over. Yeah, we're doing what Cena and Hogan, Cena and Dwayne were doing. We're just doing it before that. They're the, Hollywood for you. We're the wrestling for you.
Right. Bradley, welcome. Gifting another membership. We can't thank you enough for that, sir. That's amazing. Sean Reed saying happy birthday. Appreciate it. You have a fan forever. I'm hooked, guys. Awesome to have a place liked open-minded wrestling fans to talk to. Hashtag WFU for life. I appreciate that, Sean. That's awesome.
Absolutely. And unlike other channels, we actually talk to y'all instead of just expect that you're there.
Right. No, that's it. I mean, again, that's what we built this on, is family, on growth, not just listen to what I say. Happy birthday from Bradley. Greatly appreciate it. I'm sure that's the reason for the gifting, and that's amazing. Thank you so much. Ken saying happy birthday. Member for 15 months. Paul Carpenter out here for a hot minute. Happy birthday and 15 months in with you guys. Paul, that's amazing, man. And Paul's a great example of, we don't always agree with everybody, but we bring you in. We'll hang out with you.
We're willing to have the discussion. That's the thing, is we're willing to have the discussion, even if it's between me and you and Anthony, me, you and Anthony, all of that. Right. Willing to have the discussion, willing to hear each other out.
Absolutely. Vance, welcome back and thank you. Just got my Wrestling for Life shirt in the mail. James, I was waiting to hear that. Congratulations, James, for winning the Royal Rumble contest. And I'm glad the t-shirt. I hope it fits nicely. And, go get yourself one today, folks.
Absolutely. We got all the freshest merch out there. We got the real reactions. We got the Tara Hogan's price down. We're blanking on the one that we just dropped not too long ago.
WFU.
Yeah, there we go. Absolutely.
Right. Happy birthday. Thank you. What's up, KJ and Big Nick? Is my birthday today. It's your birthday today. Clay Lewis. We sharing a birthday.
Absolutely. Happy birthday, my guy.
Right. Congrats on 6.5 and happy birthday, first time viewer. Big Stu, welcome.
Welcome, I guess, to the Big Back Club or the Big Beard Club here.
Right, let's go. Larry sold his soul to beat me for the chip. I want to give a little bit of love to our buddy Christian in the chat. A very close second place to Christian this time. So shout out Christian, our buddy Larry. Never fear, Larry's here. Well, never fear, the champ is now here. But yeah, congrats, Larry. Eked it out.
Okay, I wasn't sure which Larry. I wasn't sure if it was Never Fear Larry or Larry OG, Triple OG.
Never fear.
So
Well,
Travis Scott just walked in, just slapped him in the face.
Right, Nunzia Palumbo. Is that who I think?
A cousin of mine?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, kid. As we are about 3 minutes away, and I'm trying to take my time because I do appreciate some of these being happy birthdays. But let's go. It's going to be a fun one. Daryl, all the love. Appreciate it. Welcome. Kenny, happy anniversary. Good to see you, Kenny. Byron, the Cena heel got you tongue-tied. We got that one. All the talk about vitamin C, and I gave my girlfriend a bunch of vitamins.
Oh, my God.
Get in there, Scotty.
No, it's you get your taxes refiled. You're filing your taxes. You get your tax return, my guy.
That's it. Happy birthday from Candy Tink. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Jerome's in the house. Dale, the OG. AJ, Keyshawn, Damien, we got you. This list gets longer and longer. Maddie, Marijuana. Happy birthday. Thank you. This is awesome time to be a WWE fan. It's an awesome time to be a fan of wrestling. And I mean, really, we're spoiled because there's good stuff everywhere. There are some stuff we're going to talk about later in this week where it needs a little bit of fine tuning, but it does good in its own right, in its own path in a lot of ways. I know people out there want to feel like on Saturday we got this, and then we also got, the Costco got it. Just, I mean, we try and refrain from it is what it is. What are they supposed to do? Cancel their weekly show? It just so happens Saturday might not be the best night to do it, but nonetheless, again, I think it's a great time to be a wrestling fan.
Yeah, and I mean, I think AEW has gotten back to, we're not going to try and compete there, of realizing that's not it. So you can't be mad at, well, the college football team doesn't play as well as the NFL team and everything like that type of shit. Like AEW, I think that's part of even why they let FedEx go. Of they're getting actually finally starting to get a bit of traction, some good news, some good shows in a row and everything. Still have their little mistakes and everything, but they're getting traction in their own lane. So let's dump all this negative news of Ricky Starks is gone. We'll let Phoenix go and just we'll take it on the chin. And I'd rather have this gone than have this being hanging over my head and just be something for them to constantly poke at.
I'm sorry, Tony.
I never meant to hurt you.
We're cleaning out the roster. Bianca heel turn. Yeah, hold tight on the Bianca thing. I'm still holding, Nick. I know you got half.
There is evidence. We can talk about that in a commercial. There's evidence.
Yes. I know you get half a point, but you definitely nailed it with Naomi. Ding, for sure. I'm still holding on hope that Bianca seemed nervous. Bianca seemed ready to go. So we'll have to talk about it.
You can break down that footage and everything real quick. I don't want to cut you off, but we're about to get the show kicking off. And I saw Spaz with a $10 super chat. Yeah. Spaz was there in attendance. So I'm waiting to hear what this man has to say. But Kinky Jinx and Senior Sticky. Which one? I guess you're Kinky Jinx.
I'm definitely
happy
Jinx.
3 years, boys. Long distance, proud of you. Hope you got the picks sent from the chamber. We did, my guys. Still have no voice. Predicting Punk takes the title from Cena in his last match.
Ooh, I like it. Right now, I'm getting then.
Now?
I'm getting now. Ladies and gentlemen, you can sync up at home forever.
There we go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Nick and I are dialed in. If you want to do the same, you can. But we are about to kick off this show. It's going to be a fun one. And
together.
What the hell's going to happen?
I don't know, my guy. And I love that I don't know. I love that Triple H, it's coming out that Triple H pretty much kicked everybody out of the fucking production truck when Cena's about to turn heel. Of just get out of here. You don't need to know this. You're going to somehow let it go out on Twitter in 10 seconds.
Yeah, 100%.
But they're playing close to the vest, and that's even Triple H said it at the presser of that's our job is to swerve you fuckers. That's our job is to actually pull one over on you.
Right? And that's where a lot of the times you see it and you're like, whoa, Well, why would they do that? I didn't think it doesn't matter what we think as long as it's entertaining. They've had us miss the mark a couple times. Is now we kick this off, going back to beautiful Toronto. Pat McAfee saying sorry to the Canadians today and understanding it was nice. It was a very nice moment between Pat and the North. I thought it was a good choice. But everybody's sorry.
I didn't see that, but yeah, I don't know why he was that upset about it. I wasn't, but I understood why. But yeah,
and I get it. He was right? Like people are passionate. Happy birthday! Thank you, John. Thank you, Damien. First woman to ever win 2 chambers, and she looked like a fucking star, man. She's so good. For my money, she is the most well-rounded woman in all of wrestling.
Fair, I'll give you that. My only competition would be Rhea, but I can give you that.
Rhea's there. Rhea's in the convo. I just think there's a couple of intangibles that Belair has that Rhea don't.
Fair, and I don't like I saw some people that were like, well, Bianca is just the most overpushed, person. It's every time somebody gets over besides their favorite, they're the most overbooked person. They're the most pushed. Like she hasn't held a singles title since like 2021.
Right. And Triple H explained it. Whatever the best is going to be in the main spots. Whatever is getting over, whatever the fans are reacting to, that's what's going. Like they asked him about the main events for Mania. Because we don't know because we got to see what's hot. We have a pretty good idea where we're going to put shit. But again, you kind of got to go with the flow.
Right. As we're getting a replay.
There goes.
The groin kick heard around the world.
Oh, it's funny. It was very similar.
Sorry.
Very similar to the MJF punt, the little choppy front kick.
Yeah, well, I saw some people that were like, he was too obvious with being a heel, but like, fuck off.
No way. It was so well done.
And they cut out, and then just you see the shit. That's the thing is he's the third man. I saw people sharing around, the image of Hogan and Rodman.
Right.
And see, they're pulling up shock of a lifetime. It finally happened. That was from New York Post, Yahoo, major media outlets. Fucking man.
Unreal. Just running it back, man. It's still crazy.
But they don't even show the exact moment. They just black out and they cut to Cena standing on Cody's head.
Right. Real quick, I wanted to say thank you to Richard, Scott, big props to Cody The Rock. Yeah, we'll come back to that, sir. Arthur, you miss a good collision. Oh, yeah, I'm sure. I didn't miss it. I know exactly what happened on it. I did watch it. Yeah. Missing is a strong word.
I am excited though for Revolution, and are we going through the space-time continuum? We're about to get to Wrestling 2000 again because Cena's a heel, Dwayne's involved, and Edge is about to be a world champion.
Right. And if not Edge, it might be Christian.
Facts.
Right. So we're getting the participants coming in.
As we're in the great city of Buffalo, by the way.
Yeah, who was it? Was Waller put out Buffalo sucks?
It sucks. Yeah, Key Waller. Bianca's still wearing the Bird Lady attire.
Right. Javon, thank you. You can't compare this to when Hogan turned. That was big one. I was there when Hogan turned. That place went nuts. They throw trash in the ring. That was cops everywhere and bash. Yeah, in 97. I mean, we can definitely compare it, though, 316.
If you did that in 1997, it would have been the same outcome. You would have still had people throwing trash and everything in the ring. This, surprisingly, though, as Punk's here, pissed off.
And angry. Now, we did have Seth screaming, die, die, die. One of the things we haven't talked about yet, Nick. But literally.
Well, and where he stomped him right at the very end of the match, and that what kind of almost gave away a bit with Cena. He, rather than normal Cena, lets Punk recover and everything, just snatched him up.
Yeah, that was actually a really good point that a lot of people didn't really comment about. that you grabbed was like, wait a minute, it's not like Cena to take advantage.
Yeah, taking advantage of a down opponent and everything. Is weird following CM Punk right from the parking lot right out to the ring here.
Right out, and he is not happy. The wrestling god. Thank you.
Now, does the favor get involved here? Like, what is the favor? Like, there's still so many. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, we just grabbing a mic, tearing the top off. Fuck the prime stand.
I'm
gonna start this show off with a bang.
DDP. No.
What the fucking?
I'm about to get canceled off Netflix.
More hair with CM Punk. Shave them sideburns, my guy. Fucking lose the pompadour.
No. Sorry, Nick, but
you're good.
He is just breathing fire.
This is what Punk can do. That's the thing, is Punk's been on like easy mode a little bit here. That means everyone. Give me a name.
CM is pissed. But we talked about the raw emotion that we got on Saturday. Now we're kicking this show off with raw emotion.
Pun intended with Monday Night Raw emotion.
Oh, baby, I like it raw.
Oh, yeah, baby, I like it raw. But listen up, Dwayne, you fraud. You big phony.
Larry, yes.
Yes, not Larry, not Punk's dog, but yes, you, Larry. You, Larry.
The other Larry. What's up, Toe Titan? I like that name.
You're taking the WWE off the microphone. I can hear Punk 3, you said.
Dude, this is wicked.
Just decide to walk in. This is going back to that, again, Dwayne. That's every time I say the word Dwayne, that's how I picture is when Punk said it during the pipe bomb. Dwayne. Right. Feel that emotion.
To pretend that you care about this business.
To pretend that you care about this business. This is pipe bomb. Pipe bomb Punk is back. Again, are we going through the wormhole? If this is the correction of the fucking Mandela effect timeline, I'm here for it. Give me this wrestling. Damn, Punk. Is this a shoot? Yeah. Brother.
Happy 3 years. Thank you, Christopher. We're kicking it off.
And to proclaim myself as the people's champion, I earned that. And
get the Rock versus Punk. Let's go.
From the Stones.
Happy birthday. Thank you, Laura. You bald fraud.
He's bringing up Cena now.
Yeah, you bald fraud.
You can't see me. Well, now we can all see you. You stole something from me. Well, he didn't. Punk or Seth cut. Excuse me.
You might be right, Mr. Noob. We'll see. You might be right, though, because people are just happy that he did it.
That's the most cheers you've seen for like excitement for a heel turn.
And that's the fickle fans, right? They boo him because he won't turn. Then he turns, and they're supposed to boo him, and they cheer him.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Again, though, I guess I know we're still supposed to be PG-13, but that TVMA might have slipped through. You'll never see CM Punk give up on his dreams. But this is again, I'm not surprised by this. You signed a dragon. I expect them to spit hot fire. This is Dylon.
He coming out torching. We're kicking this one off big tonight, folks.
You're going to wish that I never did.
We haven't seen it. I mean, at this level, probably not. I mean, again, it's escalated for sure. I think we've had some pretty heated ones with Drew and such, but you're right. I mean, like, this is stepping it up.
This feels with the same vitriol that the AW promos did of that just fuck you energy.
Oh, Becky Lynch, you better come get your man, because if I do,
Get down.
They're just gonna fight. There's gonna be nothing.
Hey, he's got to. He's one and two. You got to meet him on a ramp and just start going.
Buck's running. Seth
right,
here.
Exactly. And it's when I see what's on site, and we're throwing hands. We're throwing hands.
On site. I got nothing to say to you.
We don't got to talk about this.
I'm sick of your shit and it happening. Yes, let's go. Let's go.
When they did this as a Raw main event, and everyone's like, "You're wasting a WrestleMania main event." I think you brought that up actually specifically. Don't worry, we'll wait.
Happy birthday. Thank you, Wesley. Pipe Bomb 2.0.
They're literally like, this is ugly fighting. Like, we both have brothers and everything. This is ugly fighting.
Yeah, we're just rolling around. Headlock, throwing body shots. Oh.
Potato.
Yeah, there's a couple solid potatoes in there.
Oh, yeah, 100%. We're looking like the Irish fields out here. Just nothing but potatoes.
Right. Now, come on, folks. Find something wrong with this. Happy watch. Don't hate watch. Happy watch.
That'll be our next shirt. Happy watch.
Happy watch.
That's what we do, folks. We happy watch.
We happy watch. And when we can't be happy, we got vitamins to help.
You make you all happy. Exactly. Anthony. We got the vitamins to get us happy. Anthony, sorry, fuck.
We haven't even said hello, Anthony. I know we suck. Terrible friends. But welcome, Anthony. A lot happening. AR wants him to fight. Let's go. Who's pumped right now?
Again, holy, and again, sorry, Kate. Sorry, Bash. Sorry, Marvin. We're saying hi to as many people as we can, but goddamn. It's hard when so much good is happening.
They're going.
Bite his fucking ear. Bite him.
Half the bone.
But again, this is our fight, and this is what we even saw with like Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. For the longest time, they weren't even calling it a match before they even said it was unsanctioned. They just kept saying fight, and that's what Punk and Drew of I'm going to fight you.
Mm-hmm.
Let them fight. And Seth just is trying to do anything. And I love it.
Get him!
I'm doing anything, and it's getting chaos. We're 15 minutes into the show and nothing but fighting.
You've been there when two guys are scrapping and you break them up, and no matter how many times you break them up, you finally get to the point of like, fuck it, kill each other.
Like, yeah, and you just like, well, the first time you're like, everything's cool, and then you turn and you like think everything's fine, and then all of a sudden just Javon Curse swim move past you and everything.
Yeah. Daryl threw a bottle. Here we go again.
Right, son. Can you just shut the fuck up so you can you can calm down? We'd like to have the rest of the party now.
Pierce giving both these men shit.
And
like angry dad.
Just across the announce table, just bug-eyed, just screaming at Seth.
Yes, that's free.
Yeah. This is again.
Let's go.
Blood rivalry. It's a madhouse in here. Seth's just pulling apart. This is what you thought they would have been doing since Survivor Series last year. Not last year, the year before that.
Amen, Dale. Amen, Dale. And again, these guys are not new to each other. But my God, are we even talking about the past? No, we're kind of stuck with this right now because it's so heated, and you know why it's so heated.
Like I said, I'd like to remind everyone how many people said, oh, they're wasting this match as a main event on Raw when this is a WrestleMania match. And like I said, I remember you specifically and us talking about it of this isn't going to be the last time they have a match.
Yeah, we'd only just begun.
Right.
Thank you, Smile Mark. I don't know, you might have went into commercial.
I am.
I have Seth being escorted out by Jason Jordan and company. Punk's kind of in the crowd. I don't know if they're done yet, bro. They're staring at
you. Keep us up to date. I'll click through some of the chats. You keep an eye on what's going on with that.
Has that look on his face right now of like, make a move, bro. Make a move. I dare you.
Make a move. Oh, sorry. I like this stuff from Alex saying, sponsored by Proper 12.
Oh, here he comes. Sorry. They're in the crowd. They're in the crowd. They went around.
I need a VPN sponsor. As we're already fighting away, but not, no one threw a dolly at a bus yet, so it can't be sponsored by Proper 12.
Not yet. Seth is now threatening to throw chairs, but they went around like the separation between the levels. Yeah. They went out and they were like, "Ha, gotcha, bitch."
Right. Well, that's one of those of I'm gonna act like I'm not going to him, so I'm gonna go to him.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm gone.
Brayden, what up? Anthony, what up again? We're being terrible friends.
What is happening?
I don't know. I can't see it. I got twisted tea. I'm twisted up in my emotions. I can't see this.
CM Punk is basically walking across like the soundboard, like where they have all the sound and production. CM Punk's like right back there now.
He's gonna Randy Orton. What does this button do?
And there's a fan. Salvi.
Christ. Well, easy big. AE who? I saw a thing in a while. I shared it of it goes from setting the little dominoes of all the way from Meltzer said an independent show couldn't sell at a 10,000 seat arena to we got John Cena and CM Punk cooking in a WWE ring.
Right. So if anyone out there is wondering how do we follow that, I can let you know that the Alpha Academy is on the way to the ring.
Fair enough. Please let this, I guess, maybe be the women's match. I'm hoping no disrespect to the women, but like, you got to follow that up, and that's hard.
Is it Otis and Tozawa?
OTs, I guess. OTs.
Oh, titties.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Pierce is out there. Insanity. Invest in a VPN, folks. It'll save your life. No, Anthony, this is when we pitch and we need to rally the troops. We need a VPN sponsor.
Woo. All right. I'm finally cooling down because I actually got an actual commercial. So, woohoo. But a hell of a start, Nick. We are literally 19 minutes. Those segment like that, those moments, kind of like we had on Saturday, I mean, that's where your suspension of disbelief kind of gets pulled and you start really believing in what you're watching and you feel like a kid again. That was fucking dope.
Yeah, I know Chris Evans really isn't Captain America, but at the end of fucking Endgame, I'm out there still. Yeah, I just getting laughed and everything. Like, that's the thing. For everyone that's like, well, wrestlers, it's fake, right? Yeah, well, those Marvel movies are so fucking real.
Yeah, like, let's be fucking, yeah. Oh, but I love Harry Potter. Oh,
we're getting the third most viewed post in WWE history.
Right.
Oh,
kitty crying.
John Cena making kids cry, bro. Still showing Shannon Sharp. That is your new NWO of Dwayne, the Final Boss Johnson, Hollywood Cena, and I'm just here Travis because Scott. My boss brought me here, Travis Scott.
Travis, just like, apparently now there's rumors he's been training.
Travis Scott versus Bad Bunny. Now I'm still just getting a replay of them probably getting, but yeah.
CM Punk came out tonight spitting absolute fire. Seth Rollins comes out, and there is no more need to talk. We've talked. You know how we feel about each other. It's time to throw hands, and that's what they did, and they did it for a whopping damn near 20 minutes of highly entertaining television.
Right. Theater of the absurd. Nick, I'm telling Roman and Rock and KO you use the F word. It's real to me, damn it. Fornicate? Is that the F word I used? They're still going at it. Leader Rose. Well, no, they were showing the replay. They were going at it all through the commercial break, though.
Right. What up, Goofy Boy? See you there. Carolyn's in the house. Mega, in case we haven't said it. Saffet, Theater of the Absurd. AJ, got you. Sean Reed, got you. Woo, Bash 8, we said hello to you already. Ryan, back in the house. Good to see you. I hope the Golden Coast treating you well. Wrestling God, we've said your name. Champion Larry, yes, you, Larry.
I thought you were talking to me when you said goofy boy. So I'm like, what? When was
In
that a thing?
midstream? Oh, you goofy boy.
Goofy boy, you silly dog, you. I don't know.
Is there
You
truth to
rapscallion.
Yeah, right? Oh, we got apples.
I spit in the face of people who don't want to be. Which did you see the image going around of for everyone that like, oh, it's all padded. Oh, the blah 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 blah. Liv showed herself in like the hotel room after the chamber, and good God, this woman looked like she fell down 12 flights of stairs and still has the scar from the fucking hair whip.
Well, and keep in mind, it wasn't too long ago she busted her eye open on somebody's gear. I think Liv Morgan deserves a lot of credit for being a trooper. Her wrestling skills are way ahead of where they used to be.
Mm-hmm.
And again, she seems down to take a bump. Like,
absolutely. Well, and Finn now seeming like he's disjointed, disconnected here from the Judgment Day. So he might be on the outs.
Mm-hmm. Is there truth to the story that watched Collision instead of the Chamber? I don't know how anybody would verify that. Is there truth to it? Did he say that?
I believe he was talking about it on the network. Yeah.
It would prove to you that Dave is not only
he has had no quote about the turn, so
right, like it proves that Dave's bad at his job. It proves that Dave's a moron. It proves that Dave is biased, and like the whole wrestling world is talking about Chamber. What do you prove by not watching the biggest thing going on? No offense to Collision, it's not the same. You had the guy from Costco that now is going to be at Revolution, which blows my fucking mind. But nonetheless, Dave, you make yourself look stupid when you say things like this.
Well, it makes sense to me, and I won't fully confirm, but I think when the guy's got a fucking landline to call into his own show and everything, I think I can trust a lot of people saying that. Well, he clearly hasn't. I've seen no one reporting anything he's said about it, which might be a good thing. So I just don't know if he's actually said anything about it.
Well, I want to see some fucking stars for that KO match and the other things we had going on. The Chambers were cooking. I mean, the TIFF match was the TIFF match because, we know why they did it. Otis was Gunther.
Somebody going to get hurt real bad. Well, did you see Gunther saying, long neck, no neck, middle, all that, and I still choke him out.
Right.
Yeah, no, again, still, I think I might have been actually when you were on a pause when we were doing the Chamber stream, and someone's like, oh, you're not watching Collision, all that. Yeah, I'm not going to devote, my bit of attention to that. I'll catch that on the background and everything or later on. This is what is going to be the focus of what everyone's talking about. All due respect to Collision.
Yeah, in all fairness,
Chamber is what it is.
No, but in all fairness, if this Sunday there was a Sunday night special by the WWE and it was up against Revolution, we're probably going to watch Revolution. Like,
oh yeah,
it's just, again, it's not just so that people understand. It's a nature of you're covering the biggest thing, and we cover more. Like, we'll do 2 and 3 screens, but we end up splitting our attention across the board. Collision had its moments, but again, it's a big drop off, guys, and we make sure we watch it or catch up on it. And how as an unbiased reporter can you put that shit out there? So why don't you just call yourself what you are? Buy yourself some fucking pom-poms, get an AEW t-shirt, and be the cheerleader that you fucking are instead of acting like you're not. That, I think, what bothers me the most is just be it. Just own it. Wave the fucking flag already.
Is there anyone? Well, yeah, I was going to digress and say that. Is there anyone that waves that flag? But there's been plenty, and there's even actually been plenty who wave that flag and now try and hide that flag in their closet. Yeah, or in their CGI car, but it may be in the trunk.
Right. Europe Raw is going to hit different. The crowd's going to be insane for those ones, as always.
Well, and it's going to be really interesting because we're getting close to that kind of run, and that's really going to be a good home stretch of your Mania build. So do we get, like, when do we actually get an on-screen answer from Cena after, heel turn?
Well,
do we see him tonight? Do we see him Friday? Do we see him a week from now, a month from now? When?
The rumor is 2 weeks. The rumor is we got to wait 2 weeks, which I don't love because I'd like to see you capitalize on it. Even if you did a pre-tape where John Cena is sitting there and it's something you pre-recorded it and edited, put it together. No, give us like an NWO video, like the black and white and the static, and it's The Rock and Travis Scott.
Listen, we know Dwayne's got more money than that. He'd have high production.
Yeah. But Gunther's cutting a promo pre-match, guys.
At WrestleMania, big boot.
Wow, rude. Breaking Brad, great name. Liv Morgan is a little beast.
Fair enough.
Liv killed it. Liv takes bumps like Mick Foley. Maybe not, but it's
right. I don't know when the last time she went through a barbed wire table on fire.
Right. They're gonna have to make a new stip for the Mania match. Nothing seems like it's fitting other than Hell in a Cell, but that's not happening. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I think it will have to be a stip match. I don't know. Is it like Punk's new thing of like every 3 matches, Punk versus somebody in a Hell in a Cell? That's the final boss.
I don't know. I mean, it's got to be a step. Do you just do it as an unsanctioned thing? That feels a little. Big ass boot from Gunther. The Hell in a Cell. I wonder. Can you do too many too recent with Punk?
Yeah,
too many too back to back, and it runs its course.
Yeah,
so
a last man standing match, something in that ilk.
That might actually not be a bad show because when's the last time you saw a good one like that?
Right. Finn interrupting Braun segment later. That'll be interesting. Finn versus Braun Breaker. Oh, you can't grab a man's beard. Dun, dun, dun. Look, you fucked up now. Yanks Gunther out of the ring. Let's go.
That mullet power.
Fall away.
Fall away slam. The world champion's getting ragdolled, says Pat McAfee.
Right. If you don't AEW, don't watch it. Agreed. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Nah, I mean, we got certain. That's the too simple of an answer, but we'll come back to that.
I don't know $5 you can have that.
I never watched an episode of Speed in my life, but when I was at SmackDown, the Speed match with Ivar and Inamura, 3-minute banger, like a cheap. Yeah, no, I mean, again, the Speed thing, I think they've done a good job of just like it's this. It doesn't matter. It doesn't tie into anything.
It's not canon.
Right, but yeah, I mean, I've seen a few of the matches, and depending on who's in it, I mean, it's a quick little fun match. Ivar and Inamura.
Yeah, well, your favorite there, Yoshi.
Yoshi.
Briggs' partner. But yeah, no, Speed to me is not canon. I don't pay attention to that. I went to one SmackDown taping. This was a while ago when 205 Live was a thing. And that's when you still had it after the show and you had Tozawa and everything and all that. So, I mean, I get it. I mean, I'm interested in Evolve when it shows up on Tubi. I might still peek an eye at it. I'm interested by it. The Speed thing has never appealed to me.
Yeah, I mean, again, it doesn't add or take away. It's just like this thing. You know what I mean?
It's non-canon. It doesn't exist outside of WWE Speed.
That little bubble. Yeah.
Yeah.
76% of the chat is going Gunther. I want to know who the 17% are and why should your voting privileges be revoked?
Otis and his family.
Finn is going to turn on the Judgment Day. Well, there's definitely a divide that's been building, Carolyn, for sure.
I think they turn on him. They kick him out.
Yeah. And they've hinted at like a new member a couple times.
Could it be like FedEx?
I mean, it's becoming the Bullet Club. Like, who's the next one? If is it Malachi? Like Malachi hijacks the Judgment Day?
Oh, that would be really interesting. But then he would just feel. Would he not feel? And I'll say this respectfully. Would he not feel the same way, almost like Finn does, of like a chaperone on a field trip?
Yeah.
Of like, I'm significantly older than everyone here and more established than everyone here, so I feel like I'm the chaperone versus a member.
Would have started the show. Yeah, no, I mean, again, with I think Malachi is a little too serious for what we have in the Judgment Day right now. Judgment Day is a little fluffier than it used to be. Like Liv and Raquel and Carlito and Damian, they're a little more almost comedic.
They don't have the edge. Haha, pun intended. Original member. Yeah, but no, Malachi is a guy that I could see going with Cross, and Cross has actually come out smelling like a fucking bouquet of roses out of the John Cena heel turn of. See, I told you they're all liars.
Right. Crowd light Otis chant breaking out. Power slap free on YouTube. Thank you, AJ.
I can just watch a replay of Travis Scott on Cody Rhodes, and that's power slap right there, because that man just said, "Kill your drums."
Right. That's what we find out on Maury is non-canon. You are not the father of this one for once.
Right.
If Stone Cold was Tupac, then Punk was DMX, or is DMX. That's a Jose. How you doing?
Hey. I mean, I'm a huge DMX fan, so you ain't gonna catch me saying a bad thing about DMX.
If it's a non-cage match, it's gonna be an I Quit match. I Quit match would make sense. Like I said, last man standing is an option. I mean, I think they have to get away from Hell in the Cell, though.
They need to get away from a cage. I Quit and last man standing both sound solid. Because didn't they just do? They did a cage match, I feel, recently for something else entirely different from this. Of like the cage match might be too much of a thing.
We just had a cage match with Tony D.
That might have been what I was thinking about, because I was thinking mid-party Otis hulking up, mulling it up.
He's gyrating, Nick.
Now, is it a mullet when you don't have anything at the top and just party in the back?
Skullet.
He's closer to a skullet. Him and Jensen just need to be like the redneck brothers or something.
And again, Otis showing up and showing out a little bit here tonight.
Former Money in the Bank holder.
Yeah. Otis is my idiot. Did you guys see that Drake was in the front row of the chamber in WWE? Didn't acknowledge him. You guys got to keep in mind, I as far as I understand it, like he has the right of refusal. Like the people that are getting acknowledged know they're getting acknowledged. I hate to blow up the kayfabe on this one. So he could have very well been like, "No, I'm good. You don't need to show me." Like that really could have been what it was.
Yeah, until Logan Paul's doing OVO on his pod and everything like that. Like that kind of breaks that away of like, I don't want to be noticed. That's more like I want to be noticed.
Right.
And we're not going to notice you.
Fair enough.
What? Yeah.
I mean, like, I mean, the idea that the WWE's like, don't show Drake. He lost a battle to Kendrick. Like,
he's a jobber. He's a rat jobber.
He's still one of the highest selling.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think it was any type of thing. I think it's more
like they shunned him
thing for people to get at as Otis with the worm and a Tuco. It's the same thing of to me. It's like how people are saying we got a Cena heel turn before GTA 6. It's one of those of just people are going to make shit out of shit because it's fun to make shit out of shit.
Right. Yeah. I would personally do Punk versus
man, Bob, nobody home
on MSG on March 10th. Have Roman interfere, do Roman Seth at Mania. Yeah, but they're not going to cut Punk out. Have Punk. Well, Punk and Cody are not going to. I don't think they're going to team up. I don't think The Rock's going to fight. The Rock, I think, is kind of playing this
triple threat: Punk, Cena, Cody.
I think we're more likely to get Punk, Cena, or sorry, Punk, Seth, Roman.
Yeah. I'm wondering what Roman has to say about all this. Like, big cuz you ain't consult me on none of this. Right. I'm the tribal chief.
Right. No, I mean, again, I don't. I don't think it's bad, but I mean, could you imagine you're going to get a Roman Punk Seth match potentially, not for a title, just on the card? It's crazy.
No, because I think you could do even honestly, if you took Punk out of it and Punk was in something else, Seth versus Roman for a non-title of finally we get a payoff to the end of the Shield and the pain that has, labored Romans for this long and this blood feud and all of this, you can get a payoff that way. Like everything you're doing with Punk and Seth, you can do with Roman and Seth.
It's over. So still your world champion, Gunther. If there was any doubt, folks.
On the line, I thought it was just a match.
Well, the champion won either way.
Fair enough. Well, no, you could have been right. I didn't know it was on the line.
Right. Why didn't Roman sell his soul to The Rock? That's a great question. It's a great question. Oh, going for more. Tozawa on the back of Gunther. All the men go down. We're back up.
Right.
Back down.
Shoe fly, don't bother me.
Somebody said get Batista to join the faction. Batista, Cena, The Rock.
I mean, in principle, it would work if it's just all the Hollywood actors. Like, that's the funny part of. But you've got the Screen Actors Guild as a faction right now. You've got the two big Hollywood stars. And I've become a Leafs fan because of you, but I might need to cop a Yeet Buffalo Sabres shirt.
Not bad.
That's pretty clean, my guy.
As Gunther just jumps on Jay, double leg returned. Jay swinging. So the final.
Yo, spear.
Oh.
That's the two moves Samoans learn how to do. Well, three. They learn how to do the splash, the headbutt, and the spear.
Crowd pops as Jay picks up the belt. You're 100% right, Nick. But again, the road to WrestleMania is definitely heating up. Tensions are high. People are tired of. Oh, wait a minute. Waller and Theory?
A-Town Down Under.
Well, that's getting added to tonight's match. Or to tonight's card.
Yeah, but who's going to be his partner or something? What the fuck?
Tazawa.
Oh, shit.
No, I made that up.
Yeah, but now I can see them do it. Well, and this is because
Super kick.
Waller eating punches. But yeah, that's just because of Theory with the little mini.
Wow, man. Yeah. Yeah, man.
Spear.
Doesn't need a partner, Nick. We were wrong.
Yeah. Gunther now. Choking the life force out of him.
Yes. Can't turn your back for a minute in this place.
I can't do nothing.
The sag. Yeah, that's what they should be called. Especially because they're all
the open wound on Gunther's knee, by the way. That they cut away from on the camera. This man, his knee is all sorts of wide open.
Oh, he skinned it.
Yeah, but see, this is how you make it feel like Jay's still working with under of, 99. I'll choke you out.
Jay will turn heel. Not likely, Carolyn.
Oh.
Sag. I like Sag as the faction name if they could get Batista.
No, that's their hairline, their chest.
Yeah, exactly.
All
that.
So
well. Jay passed.
I did laugh at people doing the NWO and the O is Cena's bald spot.
Yeah, so ridiculous. Did you see any news reports on Canada? No, we didn't have to. We saw it live. The Canadians have booed the American anthem a couple times. We've been heated rivals, and it's your president's fault.
Again, he definitely doesn't care, and I certainly don't care. So that's the thing is, I think it was warranted. Yeah. Let's be honest, the USA is over heel big time in Canada.
I remember, like when I was young, when I think it was when the Jays played the Phillies in the World Series, they accidentally had the Canadian flag upside down, and that caused a whole shit storm. I mean, again, we get over shit, and right now Don't take it personal, US. We still love you. It's just some people say stupid shit, and we're not becoming anybody's 51 anything.
Oh yeah, no, trust me. We very much anyone with any sort of sensible idea, and if you don't know, now you know, that it's not at actual Americans, it's at the commander in tweet.
Right.
As I've got a hype video for Rhea and Io, which allegedly Rhea was not super happy about, of that, the build for their title match is only, say a minute or so video package of like, there's that much more history of wanted it to be a little more oomphed up, fluffed up. But I mean,
I don't believe that Rhea has.
I was going to say, this is dirt sheet reporting. So,
right. I don't believe for a second that Rhea Ripley has any issue with her booking. There is no issue with Rhea's booking. She is perfectly happy with it. You got to remember out there, people, Rhea knows that she will be using this as a step towards WrestleMania. She's not mad about anything. It's so bullshit.
Well, no, the only thing I think that could be any bit of a thing, and I'm not saying that she's actually like fucking upset about this, that, and the third. Again, still always question your sources, folks. Believe what your eyes see and not what your fucking eyes read. I'll put it that way.
Right.
But I could see it being a triple threat of Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair.
That'd be interesting. I could definitely see that, but we are getting that tonight as we are getting the graphic and the setup for it, folks. But the night rolls on. Make sure you get in that chat. We're still celebrating our birthday as we got Michael Cole and Pat. Mr. Nick, I shall return.
Fair enough. KJ's taking a pause for the cause. He's going to go and I guess probably have some celebratory birth cake or something like that. But we're getting the Raw recap tomorrow on YouTube of, not Sam. So if anyone was wondering if Sam Roberts was partial to a bias, but yeah. Why does that look like fucking swole ass Wardlow with a terrible haircut and gray beard or gray, chinny chin chin behind Cole and Pat here? But up next, we're getting Ivy Nile versus Lyra Valkyria. And I like the idea that we've built Ivy to this point of, I know there's been some people who have booked the mid-card title better, Lyra this, Lyra that. I think she's fantastic, and I think we're still developing challengers and competitors for that mid-card title. I wonder, could we get a Becky or something like that tonight or in the not too distant future to take on Lyra for that belt? It's, again, I know it's not trying to rely on past stars and just people that have been over, but she's been out for a minute. And it would be a huge star-making moment, because that's the thing. It's not saying that like Becky has to win, but it is a make-you moment a bit. But I am in commercial break, so I will remind everybody, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We have done this now for a little over 3 years, or 3 years in a day at this point. But 100% appreciate anybody that spent any bit of time, whether you've been here for a long time or this is your first time, anybody that's popped on with us, any sort of guests, interviews, etc. As I see 110 kicking with us, and I love to see it. We've been up around 110, 120 for pretty much most of Monday Night Raw. So you love to see it, but 100%. Again, the mission ain't over. Still just growing, still just plugging along. Again, this is a movement, so you can move or get moved. Absolutely. So love to see it. But yes, how are we feeling so far about Monday Night Raw? Anyone got a hot take in the chat about John Cena's heel turn? Again, we talked about it. It seems like it was kind of at least universally accepted, enjoyed, embraced, what have you. Anybody got a hot take? Anyone think some outside theory that, if this is going to be a much bigger faction, maybe we get a Drew, Kevin Owens, what have you. We form our own little corporation, what have you, within WWE. I've seen some people sit there and throw out the idea come Survivor Series, we get a team Triple H versus a team Dwayne for control of the company, which I don't want at all, because that very much reminds me of, New Blood versus Millionaires Club, Vince Russo, Eric Bischoff, WCW. But Polo, Ryan, what up? By the way, actually, again, I think it was a while ago, but happy birthday again, as I'm getting a Ray ad here. Nick Cena turned heel so he can turn back on the Rock and go out on top. That would be real. That would be almost too fast, I feel, if he turns heel he turned heel on March 1st and turns back babyface April 20th. So that'd be almost less than a month and a half of him as a heel. No, I will throw this out there. What if CM Punk is the guy that pulls Cena back across the line, pulls him back towards reality, what have you? It is the Second City Saint saves John Cena. And again, it would be interesting if that could be their last match. Now, granted, do we get, I mentioned about Stone Cold shows up and takes out Dwayne. Do we get Randy Orton involved and takes out Cena? We set up towards that. I assume we're getting Kevin versus Randy at WrestleMania, but there's just so many good avenues that this can go. And I hate to quote Dwayne, because most of the time, again, like CM Punk said, he's just kind of talking out his ass and he doesn't really believe anything. He's just faking it. But just enjoy the ride a little bit. Like, this is a hell of a goddamn ride. As Clay Guida, I will recognize that fucking Geico caveman from anywhere. Clay Guida absolutely is in a contenders holding up the WWE Championship, or the gold one. But yeah, anyone that has never watched UFC, go and watch Clay Guida versus Diego Sanchez. And that will get you into the UFC. That will get you into mixed martial arts, because that's the fucking fight that got me into it. I remember being in a frat house at SUNY Canton. Shout out alma mater. If you can figure it out, you figure it out. But yeah, seeing those two men go at it, is we're getting all the reactions and everything of the heel turn. You're seeing people cry. That's the thing, is you didn't know whether to laugh, cry, celebrate, cheer, boo, what have you. Just, oh my God, they finally did it. And I will throw this question to the floor, and you all can let me know, as I see Daniel, I see Money, I see Mega, all of that. As I got AJ Styles. But if VKM, he who shall not be named, was still here, would we have ever gotten to see the heel turn? If this wasn't for the new regime, willing to take that risk, willing to take that gamble, willing to go out on that branch, would we have seen ever heel Cena again? Yeah, like AJ's, there can only be one. Everyone's the one. Oh, Karrion Kross. Jeez. They look like they're fucking cousins or something with the feathered hair out here. Seriously, like, could they do, like, devil's advocate type thing here? But yeah, they both very much heavily volume and condition their hair. I will put it that way. And that's coming from a man who doesn't have a lot of hair. Facial hair, not top hair. Pause. Cross just iron his head. Absolutely. That man, straighten it with Scarlet Straightener. Cross just scared me. No, Nick, I don't think so. Fair enough. Vance F. No, Nick was dumb as for not turning Cena heel. Well, it depends of doing Cena heel now versus when they were going to do it in, what was it, 2012? That would have, and again, maybe he was letting out the blueprint for what they do now of, whole new theme, whole new attire, etc., etc. Maybe he just dust it off a little bit. I know everyone's been out there listening to, like I said, John Cena's, whole album there on the mic. I'm a bad man. Now because he's actually a heel again. Of Word of Life, I have not heard Word of Life, basic thugonomics spread around more until the past 24 to 48 hours, I would say. But I've got Lyra coming out right now. So let me know in the chat who you're taking, whether you're taking Lyra, whether you're taking Ivy Nile, who leaves tonight as the women's IC champion. This should be a good match. Surprisingly, yes, because they've actually really gotten well into and behind Ivy Nile, and she's really kind of, I don't want to say she figured out her style, but she kind of has. Like, she's realized she's a little bit of that little powerhouse. Like, actually, recent free agent from AEW, her and Layla Hirsch would actually not be bad as a women's tag team. I know everyone still wants to see Layla Hirsch maybe do all of this. Maybe she shows up in NXT, MLW, TNA. I don't know why I'm slipping into the impression, but Ivy and Layla as a tag team to me very fits the, American Alpha way. As big shotgun dropkick from Lyra as we're underway. Lyra for the win. Capone, Ivy, Odds, Ivy, AR1, Ivy, Lyra, Bird Lady. No AJ versus Braun feud. What? We don't know. Got Ridge. I just want Roman back. Can we make it happen? Well, we at least know he'll be back in Bologna and all of that over in the UK or over in Europe, I should say. Yeah. No, got that one. Lyra, Ivy for the win. Ivy. Faber versus Guido was epic too. A lot of Uriah Faber's fights were epic. Was it? I'm trying to remember when it was the kickoff the one from Benson Henderson. The WEC fights, if you can ever find them, when you had Uriah Faber, Cowboy, Benson Henderson, all of that. Those fights were also super impressive as shit. That's when you really found out who Dominic Cruz was and on all of that. Like I said, I'm an OG nerd. I've been to a few events. But Lyra with Fisherman suplex a bit there. 1-2. Lyra for the win. Bird Lady for the win. Cena should start a Break-A-Wish Foundation. Well, they're allegedly trademarking it. So we'll see. I've seen everyone making all the memes about, and it's funny. He was literally out there with Make-A-Wish kids earlier before the event started. And then it's like, I'm going to break all your hearts in about 4 hours. Lyra up top, trying to boot Ivy away. Dragon screw. And again, Ivy has surprised me if she's actually really started to come along a little bit. And I think maybe the American-made factions finally started to find its footing post-Wyatt, all of that. But yeah, as we go to commercial break after the Dragon Screw, as I'm getting an ad for Queen of the Ring. I'm sure KJ's on not commercial breaks, but I will actually ask this because I'm interested. Because I've seen it mentioned, I've seen interviews or heard interviews about it and everything. I'm still even a little bit undecided. I guess I won't be undecided for long. Speaking of the deciders, how are you, sir?
What's up?
So, what I was going to ask are you excited? Are you going to see Queen of the Ring in theater?
I won't see it in theater, I don't think, but I'll see it.
Fair enough.
Sorry, Jim.
I'm intrigued because I remember and it's still granted because it probably arguably the best wrestling movie that wasn't put out by a company or by like a wrestling company with the Iron Claw of like how good that was like a year or two ago.
Yeah,
so I'm interested to see if that might be close.
If it carries through. Yeah, I mean, I'm a lot of good names in it. I've heard a lot of good things. I want to see it. I do. I don't know that I would go to the theater to see it, but I will see it.
Fair enough. I mean, it'd be almost impressive to have someone who's featured in a nationally released, a box office movie, and everything, and you have them written off your TV when they're attached or were attached to one of your women's champions, and you don't use them at all, and don't broadcast or highlight the fact that they're in a movie at all. That would almost be asinine, almost be kind of stupid, right? If a company did that. Gee, huh.
As we are getting the European dates, I guess, with John Cena, 17th, 24th, and 31st.
I'm in commercial, so
Oh,
you got to spill down on what's going on.
Ivy is in control in a single leg crab.
Who do you have for this match, sir?
Lyra. I mean, this is a good little step up and a little shine for Ivy, but Lyra's the champion.
Real quick, before you click on or read off Spaz's super chat, thank you, Spaz, very much. Of Layla Hirsch, Ivy Nile, women's tag team. No, does nothing for you.
Layla does nothing for me.
Okay.
I mean, again, if she shows up and proves me wrong, but she's going straight to NXT, she can figure her life out. Yeah, she does nothing for me. I don't care. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I haven't seen enough. But yeah, who cares? And not everybody that comes a free agent should just automatically be scooped up by someone else.
I'll give you that. I just thought former Olympic wrestler, like, has the pedigree and everything. Same stature, same kind of wrestling style, makes a bit of sense. Of not expecting world beater, but to me, slots in fairly well.
Yeah, I mean, again, could she come in and prove me wrong and be like, oh, okay, she can really bang? Yeah, all right, but she's another tiny lady that I don't know.
Fair
the jury's
enough.
out.
But you want to read this one, or do you want me to?
Raw KO, Drew, Cena, Rollins, and Travis versus Roman, Sammy, Punk, Cody, and Jay. Refereed by Baby Earl with Mauro, Pat, and AW Sockhead on commentary. What kind of fever dream is that, sir?
Folks, we advocate for vitamins, not drugs. Do vitamins, not drugs, because that's drugs.
Right. But right now, we got both women in the ring. Lyra battling up.
Well, still kind of selling the knee and everything. Like, is there something with Lyra that she is there, but she never quite gets above there? I feel.
No, I think we're watching a young athlete progress. I mean, I don't think she's been around for years, so she's failed to get somewhere. She's actually had a really fast meteoric rise by our standards. She's an IC title holder, and I mean, for me, it's about her work in the ring. It's about her matches. It's about what she can do one-on-one in between the bells. Maybe not the biggest promo, but they haven't really been in much for her to promo anyway. I think she's right where I expect her to be. I don't think she's failing to get to something or she's lacking. She's just a really good female wrestler.
Fair. I mean, I think she might oversell the knee at times, but that just might be me halfway nitpicking. Granted, I said this while you're on your pause, of getting a bit behind, even though I've taken shots at her of Ivy Nile, of like, I'm interested
ridiculous neck breaker.
Planted this woman and then KOD.
Oh,
yeah, again, see, sells the knee.
She was in a half crab. Ivy worked the knee. I don't know if she's overselling what they just.
I feel like every match she sells the knee. It's a little Seth Rollins-y of every match sell the knee.
Sell the knee. Oh,
I like that of the falling out of it, of literally backslide and just, I'm still gonna hit you, bitch.
Wow, that goes into the ankle lock. Yeah, Lyra's boring. She's not. I mean, again, I don't think she's boring, but I don't think she's exciting. She's very down the middle right now. But her matches cook.
She's great in ring. The character is the issue, the connection to the audience.
I don't think she's really been in much to have those connecting moments, right? Like
she didn't at all in NXT though either. Like she's
But it was
been
so
through
fast.
title up. I know it's been that. I will give you that. It's been fast. It has been very fast.
Right.
I've actually been surprisingly impressed with Ivy Nile. I will say that.
Ivy can go.
Oh, I know, but that's the thing is I kind of always she felt like more on par with say a Maxine when she's really out here showing she can hang and bang with, you know, a Lyra, with a Dakota Kai, all of that new wave of top women.
Yeah, again, I think we're right now it's early. We'll see where she's at in a couple years, but she's a big she's caught. Wow, turns it into a bulldog choke.
Halfway neck breaker, something other.
Nightwing.
That's not a bad move for that. I mean, I almost want to call it the wing clipper, but yeah, that's not a bad name for it.
Nightwing for the win.
Valkyria. Hell of a well, again, she's fantastic in ring. I don't know if it's because she's been pushed too fast or what have you. That feels like there might be a slight disconnect, but she's super talented. Like I'm still hoping and thinking that we're gonna get Becky versus Lyra at Mania.
I'm waiting. No more vitamins for you.
That was the sign of stop talking. It's gonna happen.
Now I'm about to slip in it definitely I wouldn't go that far. It definitely hit a bit of a, we came out of it with Otis and Gunther. Then we followed it with Lyra. I mean, this is the issue I have with the people that complain about women's wrestling. Like Lyra, Ivy go in there, give you a good match, and people, I didn't like this. And then like, you got to give them, you can't have it both ways. We can't demand women's matches and then not support it when it happens. So yeah, maybe a bit of a lull.
Well, that's the thing is it does just, unfortunately at this point, it gets booked into that spot of the slow down, the in between of we started out with CM Punk spitting hot fire, and then we're Lyra, Valkyria, Kakon, and maybe an everyday flyer.
Right? But premiering this Wednesday, Evolve on YouTube and Tubi.
Are you interested in it?
Yeah, I'm curious. I'll see. I'm curious to see who's coming along.
Well, it's to me, it seems like it's going to be involving like the NIL people, the kind of what would have been NXT level up, and then also those who aren't getting used on NXT.
Yep, very much so. Yeah, a range from Gallus to Wendy Chu to some of the up-and-comers that we know of, some of the international talent. Look at Jack Cartwheel. Yeah, I mean, again, I think I'm curious to see what it's like.
Right. George isn't who you got to worry about. What?
George of the Jungle.
George of the Jungle. Watch out for that tree.
Right.
Hey, what up?
What's up again? So we're going to replay a CM Punk and Seth tearing the place down. Kind of the highlight of the show so far.
Absolutely. They're going to fight off, and I'm going to walk off for a brief minute here. So I'll be back, sir.
There you go. Nick taking a pause for the cause. We are rolling, and the show is cooking, or at least it was cooking. Seth Rollins here. Looks like he is. There he goes. We're going again. They're fighting again. Kind of, sort of, Damien. Not really fair. But Pierce trying to break them up. They're being held back. Dad's not happy. WWE fans bitching, moaning, groaning, and hating on women's wrestling in the chat. Just giving an opinion, bud. We're allowed to give an opinion. You might not agree with it, but everybody show their work and keep their gloves above their waist. But yeah, I mean, again, Lyra, I understand. Lyra's new, but it's this thing where we got to give him a chance. You got to give him a chance. The fans like her entrance. They like doing the woo. But I got Dakota Kai. And you can't have it both ways. You can't say book women more book women better, and then when we book them, go, we don't want to watch them. Match maybe could have gone longer. I'm worried if it went longer, you might have lost it a little more than you did. But yeah, I mean, I'm okay with them having a match like this. Again, it highlights Ivy can wrestle. Lyra gets a win, and where do we go with it? We got Dakota right after. Does Dakota want another shot? How does this all tie in? And again, in Bird Lady's defense, she hasn't had a lot of story. Like her position in the company right now is based on in ring. Like here's an opponent, go have a match. Here's another opponent, have a match. They haven't given much outside of that for her to even show it. In NXT, she was a little bit bland. I think Tatum helped her come out a little bit, but we'll see where she goes. It's early days. As we are going to get Ludwig. Ludwig is unreal. Let's go. Do you think we get Lyra versus Becky? Yeah, I mean, again, it makes a lot of sense. I understand why people are speculating about this, but when does it happen? When does it start? When does Becky return? I thought maybe tonight you give Lyra a relatively easy win. And then where do you go? Does Becky show up now? Like Lyra gets the win, her hand goes up, the music hits, and we're off and running. If not now, then when? And I'd imagine you'd have something for Lyra going into Mania. So we'll see. Last man standing, stretcher or ambulance for Punk. I'm leaning towards last man standing, Christopher. I really am. That Buffalo logo is making me crave Buffalo Wild Wings. There you go. Then Buffalo Wild Wings, okay. I would agree with you, but she needs to be in a feud to see what her. Yeah, that's kind of my point, Kid Rivos. I'm not sure what Scott said. Hello, Valon. Been a while. CM Punk, and Seth Rollins. They're tearing the building down. The Natalia comment. So Natalia apparently going to Bloodsport. There you go. Nadia Bloodsport. Anthony is on it. I like that. It's good. As I go to WrestleMania commercial, Wrestling God, it's not that deep. People are allowed. Yeah, exactly. We're in commercial. I'll let you know when I'm not in commercial. It's time for Becky and AJ to get involved. Now, AJ Braun Breaker has been rumored. Great Scott. So we'll see if we do get that. Does that manifest itself tonight? We've already kind of saw AJ a little bit. Where does that go? Bum, bum, bum. Lyra is like 98% of AEW wrestlers, decent wrestlers with no emotion connection to the audience, so nobody cares. Yeah, I would agree with a lot of that. I think she's not super charismatic. I mean, her entrance is helping her a little, and you got somebody like Pat on commentary, giving us the woo. But again, I think she's learning it. She's trying. When she does come out, she's doing the, come on, everybody, cheer with me. Hey. But again, I think she hasn't had a whole lot to dig into. Just go have your match. So very much accurate. I just don't know how much I hold against her. The good news is she does have good matches. Bum, bum, bum. Natalia comment. That's pretty cool. What's up? Do you think we get Lyra versus Becky? I wonder. Kaiser promo next. Kaiser is dialed in, and we got Dawkins. Where's Nick? Dion Dawkins in the house with his Buffalo Bills championship, which might be as close as he ever gets to a championship. Oh, AJ versus Becky. As we're in the back again, getting a replay. AJ Lee, I don't know. I don't anticipate AJ Lee. If AJ Lee does pop up, it will be a hell of a surprise. But now Pierce is outside with Seth. You're putting me in a hell of a position. Seth saying I'm making it easy. This kind of thing isn't for everyone, and that's okay. But I'd love Punk Rollins last man standing match night 1 winner added to Cody Cena. Listen, I'm with you right up until the added, and I get it. It's not for everybody. It's just you have so much talent. You have so many moving parts that I don't think that you need to add anything to Cody Cena. There's enough. We're going steel cage next week, Madison Square Garden. Seth Rollins, CM Punk, mano a mano, fight number 2. Mania will be fight number 3, but it's official. Steel cage next Monday. Yep, the Wild are having a phenomenal year. Shout out to the Wild. Steel cage next week. And again, I don't think the steel cage is the end of the story, folks, especially with it being booked on a Raw. So Ludwig and Pete Dunne get chummy, and Penta needs a friend. Does he have anyone that's a free agent in his life? Does Penta have a friend that maybe is out there that could come in and help him against a Ludwig Pete Dunne situation, even though Ludwig pinned him last week? Let's go. Breaking Brad, feeling it. Is next week NXT Roadblock? Yes, Kyle. Tomorrow, we will be here live for the go-home show for Roadblock. Roadblock is stacked. Ludwig Kaiser getting promo time. You got to be pretty fucking pumped about that. Oh, by the way, that ended. Dun, dun, dun. Ray Phoenix. Thank you, Damien. Damien gets what I'm putting down. Penta's brother would be dope. Okay, we're worried. We're wondering. He's finally free. Conan O'Brien is so good. No. They need to save it for Mania. No, John. I said this when they booked the first one. It was only the beginning. Wow. Kaiser getting booed. It was a great 3-way last week. It really was, Scott. Hell of a match. Seth will get his win next Monday. Yes. And then you have a rubber match at Mania. And somehow does that involve Roman? Where is Roman Reigns and how does he tie into any of this? Ray Phoenix, they are going to end each other. They're trying. Roman going to show up next week. I get nervous when you book CM Punk in a cage match right before Mania, right? We saw last year, what happened with Mania. It was unfortunate. Knock on wood. I hope Punk does Calling it, Roman lays waste to both of them in the cage and returns to MSG. Ridge, you might be on to something. Ray Phoenix WWE is gonna be lights out. Ludwig O'Brien, I like that, Paul. All right, got you. No. And we got street clothes, Penta. Let's go. Penta is here. Draft after Mania. Interesting. They have talked about it. Apparently, the traditional draft is coming back, even though we did have a transfer window. Penta off the ropes, off another rope. Hurricane Rana. Or head scissor. Super kick. Penta. Now I'm just waiting. Oh, Penta going for the Penta driver. Ludwig to the outside, fighting back. I really wonder how the favor could play into this now. Kyle, your guess is as good as mine, my friend. That is still this floating, this floating thing over our heads that none of us know what it really means. But Penta with the head scissors dragging Ludwig to the outside. DLC Penta throws line. Ludwig can't get back in. They need to stop having major stories surrounding part-timers. For example, Penta up and over. Down goes Kaiser. Zero fear. Let's go. Penta over. Dragunov Kaiser. Yeah, we still have Dragunov. Everyone, you can't sleep on the fact that Dragunov is out there somewhere, folks. If EO lost tonight, I will have damage control with Bailey and family with Rocks at Mania. Maybe. Penta's my hero. Well, we got Belair. Dun, dun, dun. Speaking of warm and fluffy.
Well, Prince or something like that, I guess. I would have taken that of, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. But no, you said lights out and I came a running, honestly, a little bit.
Lights went out. Penta is here. I mean, again, we'll be very interested. Who is in the back there talking?
I would have guessed. Oh, it's Maxine because of the fucking stupid bucket hat and somebody else.
I feel guilty.
Because you are.
Next
it
week.
was very interesting if she sits there and, she sits there and takes off the fucking jacket as Naomi's getting in the ring of ready to square up. Like, you're in a pod. She can't get to you.
Right. No, and keep in mind, I mean, Liv also had a panic attack as if she was about to get whooped. So a lot of misdirection was happening all at the same time.
Absolutely. And I mean, that's what makes it work. Excuse me. But I do love that she went right after Naomi. I think that's the match. And then Bianca versus Rhea, maybe a triple threat. Those are your two matches for Mania.
Right. It's our main event here tonight. Rhea tonight, the main event. So speaking of main events, MSG, Seth Rollins, CM Punk, Steel Cage.
And you nailed it. And I think I threw it in the chat there of, to me, it's the Drew Punk playbook. That's what it is. It's the Spider 2Y banana of this worked before, so just do it again. And it's, it will still make sense of whether you're going to throw a match in between or not. It's still going to be the match you want to see at Mania. As again, we're going through the fucking portal of 2000s wrestling. We have the Hardy Boys. We've got Edge about to be a world champion. John Cena's a heel again.
Right.
What is pro wrestling?
Well, and I was just about to say, like, they give us a call out for NXT, and the whole thing is the Hardys will be there tomorrow, folks. Like, they know who's paying attention to this show to make them watch that show.
Oh, absolutely. Well, think about it. At this point, this is with every fucking thing right now. This is why, Funko Pops are a big thing. Why Marvel's fucking taking off is because we just don't want our childhood back and everything. And that's what this kind of is. That shows you the time progression of now it's seen as a heel for the first time in 20-something years. The Hardy Boys are back in WWE television. Like I said, Edge, Adam Copeland, I'm not calling him Cope, is about to be, I'm saying, a world champion in AEW. Like, pro wrestling is all the way back. Like, if not all the way back, it's back even better than it was before.
Right. As if anyone's wondering, I got Waller and Theory with they're getting booed, obviously, with Jackie Redmond.
There you go. Well,
is Jade going to attack Bianca? I don't know yet. Bianca took out Jade. Naomi is just a pawn in the storyline. Dun, dun, dun.
But then that diminishes Naomi. Like, that's the thing is, to me, everyone for everyone that wants it, like, says that Bianca's booked too much, but wants Bianca in this, like, so you want her back in a prominent thing, and Naomi's just second fiddle. She was already second fiddle with the tag belts and everything. I like that this is Naomi in a spotlight of, yes, we can still see where Bianca's not innocent, but I like that we got the idea of Naomi versus Jade And that's a prominent storyline onto itself. It bigs up Naomi, and it definitely lifts up J2 as well. And it's somebody, again, that she can have a match with that's not a title match.
Right. And you know what? Tonight's show, by the way, has anyone noticed how Alpha Academy American made heavy this show has been? Like,
well, I think that was kind of already set in place there. We were going to had Ivy Nile, and now we're getting American Made taking on, the Viking Raiders, the Sons of Valhalla,
right.
for the tag belts there.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't they use that as a fucking name? That's way cooler.
Natty teaming up with Maxine would be interesting. I thought about this too, C Money. If Phoenix shows up and kicks Penta in the face, I thought that would be really interesting.
Well, would it be because Dom was trying to help Gable find, a suitable luchador replacement that could, challenge a Penta and everything, and would, help teach Gable in the ways of it? What if it's Penta that's the one that does that, and you get brother versus brother?
Well, maybe 100% possible.
Right.
I mean, we were thinking very, again, would it be awesome to have the Lucha Brothers against a list of tag teams? Yes. But also, what would help get Penta and Ray over? Fighting each other in fucking burners. Just let them burn.
Exactly.
Book them once a month to burn.
Well, what I've heard is the theory is essentially American Made versus the low of, Dragon Lee, Phoenix, and Penta.
As we go back to Chamber,
they still don't show the moment. They show up to it, and then and now they're showing the alternate commentary.
Yeah,
they show the hug, and then they show the after effect.
Yeah,
don't show the actual turn.
No, it's so crazy. This reminds me of, you remember when WWE decided they were going to tell you every language and show you their commentary team, for 8 minutes every pay-per-view? No, the German team, the Spanish team, the French team, Taki Michinoku. What are we doing?
Did they ever actually do that? Because I was literally joking. Okay, because I was like, I feel like this might be the first time.
Oh, yeah. The Rougeau was the French announcer. Funaki was the Japanese announcer. It was fucking crazy. Carolyn Destroy. So Uncle Howdy has been injured. So that does help explain the quietness of the Wyatt Six. So,
but allegedly, though, I think you said in the group chat of that he's cleared. He's official, referee whistle.
Yeah. So if that's the case now, and they've been teasing Alexa, we will see what this means.
Well, and they're now SmackDown as who the fuck is it? Oh, Gable.
Gable went to Tijuana.
The yeah. So again, this is he's got to find his. Luchador answer. Is it Fuego del Sol? Is it Ray Phoenix? Is it Curryman? Who could it be?
Maybe that's who Gable finds his Phoenix.
That's why I said it. That's why I'm wondering if that's where you get to brother v brother.
Right.
That's gotta be Phoenix. That's gotta be Phoenix.
Who does he find? I want to know now. Chad. I said Chad's the only guy we haven't gotten. Now we have Chad, and he found somebody.
We've completed the set. Do I know you? Random man in a poncho, and they won't show his. They won't show his face. So dark and covered up.
Well, he's a lucha.
Yeah, but he's doing that. I'm going to look like an old beggar woman, even though I'm, a spry young man. Is that fucking Tajiri? Oh,
it's Splinter. Clearly,
is it right? Where's Master Shredder? Raphael Donatello.
Yes, is it bro? Who is it? Are we going to get Lucha Cable?
I don't know, but that 100%, my guy. That very much looks like Master Splinter.
Right?
Yeah, got 30 seconds.
Who's in the box? What's in the box?
What's in the box? What's in the box? You watch, it's going to be a FedEx mask. It's going to be a FedEx mask. Oh, it looks like he pulls it out. It's goldenish, you sons of bitches.
Right. $500 apparently. Anybody let us know if you got any clues that we didn't get while we're covering this. Let us know. I want to know what Chad's up to.
Chad Gable at the sad table.
Bandito. Could you imagine? I'd die.
Well, we said it before. I'm sorry, Tony. I never meant to hurt you. But like, where's Wardlow? Where's Camille? Again, like I said, we had an advertisement for Queen in the Ring, which prominently features Camille and Tony Storm. You know who's mentioned? None of that. AEW. When they have a match that's called a Hollywood ending, they don't mention one of their wrestlers being in a Hollywood movie.
As the rain is upon us.
The rain is upon us, and I can't stand the rain.
He found Juan Cena.
What?
He found Juan Cena.
Yeah, he found Juan Cena. El Luchador. He found El Generico.
That was a mask. Yes, Polo. We're wondering if the mask gave us any more clues. It's an Easter egg, like Nacho Libre. Nacho! Bandito. It's not Bandito, but it would be funny if
it would be really fucking cool if it was.
It's Mystico.
Fuck no, not Sin Cara.
Right? To bring him back as Mystico. They're like, wait a minute.
Trampoline.
We know this guy.
Why wasn't it JBL? Why wasn't JBL the guy that was helping him tip him off? It would have made sense if you tie in JBL to the American Made, and JBL's out there running roughshod off of all these promotions. And I think the last one he actually showed up was in Mexico.
Yes. No, he might have been in TNA since, but he has been to Mexico. Shockingly.
I know, they locked him back in there.
Wow, 24% going American Made? Drugs are bad, folks.
Well, no, I mean, it's still interesting of
not winning.
Respectfully, though, like the Viking Raiders are there, but I wouldn't say that they're an unbeatable tag team right now. Like, I could see to where American Made does get the win here.
I can't.
Well, then I'll stay on my side. You boo my anthem.
Right? I mean, not yet. Not at this juncture. I can't imagine the Raiders coming in and taking an L. No.
Could it be this a multi-person tag match come Mania?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's been rumored. People are kind of waiting for it and expecting it. Whether it's the IC title or something. I thought Conan as well, but that voice is undeniable. So I don't think it was Conan. It definitely didn't look like Conan.
Yeah, he didn't have Disco by his side.
Yeah, if it's Conan, everyone will just instantly be rating his social media of like, sell out. That's why you shit on AEW. You've been paid.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Fucking grifter. What could it have been Vampiro?
That'd be cool as shit. I liked Vampiro.
Well, I liked Vampiro until I need my music. I need my fucking music. It was Commander.
It's Commander. He's like a Ring of Honor champion of some kind, is he not?
Yes, he's the Ring of Honor TV champion.
Yeah. Maybe it's Dario Cueto.
It was Juventud. It was the juice.
The juice is on the loose. No, I mean, he has WWE ties, but last time he was tied to WWE, he was running down the streets butt naked.
That's still, I still have listened to multiple times the death of WCW.
Yeah.
That's still one of my favorite parts of, I don't know what he was on, but he was on some shit.
He was on some shit. Yeah, epic. I'm gone streaking.
Could it be La Parka? I won't say the La Parka because and the La Parka everyone knows is no longer here, but could it be a La Parka?
Oh, Eric dropping Ivar. That's rude. I mean, it would be Phoenix. It could be Phoenix, but that's the question. Good question, Jose.
Brother versus brother. Why did Kane want to fight Taker?
That's gotta be
you
Phoenix.
Left me behind. You left me in the Jacksonville penthouse.
Right? You left me at Con Island. I was trapped forever.
Right. You left me in Guantanamo Bay.
Guantanamo Bay. Wow, Ivar to the floor. Damn.
Oh, and then the ring steps.
Maybe it was
I'm telling you, if they don't win it tonight, American Made will be tag champs by the end of 2025. Like they're very much one of the better tag teams that they have in their division.
Yeah.
Like they're closer to Fraxium than a lot of other teams.
Yeah, no, they're talented. I mean, again, they have some clunky moments because they're young. I mean, to me, they're very similar to Ivy Nile in the same idea. There's athletic talent there. They need time. They're going to go through their ebbs and flows. They're in year one. Being a freshman in the wrestling's big business isn't always easy time. So, yeah, I agree with you. They're the future champs for sure.
Yeah, I won't go full, Vinsectomy to where he's like, well, Brutus and Julius are both going to be, WrestleMania main eventers. I wouldn't say that, but
not this year.
No, well, not even. I wouldn't even. It'd be hard. You'd be hard pressed to say within a decade, and that's just where they're at now. Nothing saying that the landscape couldn't change, but I could very much see them, like I said, in that tag division, and they still always remind me of the world's greatest tag team when you had Shelton and Haas with Angle, and maybe that's what we start to get a little bit with Gable. I'd love to see that, but I like the faction. I really do like American Made as a faction.
Yeah. Gabe Kidd went off on Mark Briscoe. It's just kind of a weird situation in the sense that you make a big deal about Gabe Kidd coming in, but he's on Collision. We didn't see him on Dynamite. There was no talk of Gabe Kidd. To me, Gabe Kidd's a bigger deal than he's being treated. Yes. And then, he goes off of Briscoe. Well, Gabe Kidd, Briscoe is going to cook if this ever comes to it. If you're putting this in front of us, I'm in for Gabe Kidd, Mark Briscoe. Let's fucking go. That's going to be Potato City. But, I mean, it's kind of lost in the shuffle, Nick.
Well, no one could deny Gabe Kidd actually showing up and just being phenomenal in the U.S. marketplace or anything. But him, Mark Briscoe, again, that's a go out of your way to make sure you watch match, because those are two guys who are going to go hell for fucking leather and can actually go. The thing about it, up until Elimination Chamber, really, Gabe Kidd versus Kenny Omega was arguably match of the year already in 2025.
Definitely.
Right. And then you had everything that he did with Mance Warner as well for GCW.
Yeah.
So if I'm AEW and New Japan doesn't have him locked down, I'm signing him because I'm worried that I'm presenting him well enough that he's not going to be here by the time I can sign him.
Well, sorry, go ahead.
No, I just said the word Elijah. Point and proven there. Yeah.
And that's exactly where I was going. We just saw Elijah. People were mad about Stephanie Vercoeur. It happened with Dragon Lee, kind of. I heard that Tony had a bit of a temper tantrum. By the way, has anyone seen Roosh?
Maybe it was Roosh. Maybe it was Drelistico that he pulled the match.
It was Aerostar.
It was getting more toast. Hologram.
Who did more toast fight this week? And Yuta beat up Willie Mack. You guys missed a hell of a show. Yuta beat up Willie Mack.
I do love me some Willie Mack. I want some Willie Mack. I want some Shane Taylor and everything. But that's the thing is, we could go into a whole fucking segment on all of this, but it very much, you have the pieces. Yeah. Just you fucking suck at making puzzles.
Yeah, like I said, you have all the ingredients to make what you need to make. You just don't know how to follow a recipe. And that's the unfortunate part is I think that Tony's trying so hard to not follow the recipe. He's just ending up making a mess of the fucking whole meal. And I think that's part of his stubbornness. Where people talked recently of, well, Tony listens to Jim. I know he fucking listens to Jim because we see byproducts of it. We see people like Jericho making call. Oh, the Jericho Vortex is now a thing. But it's almost like if that's what Jim thinks the recipe is, I'm cooking a whole different way. And it's blowing up in his face. He's burning the house down.
Well, he's trying to cook, fine French cuisine and doesn't know how to fucking ramen noodles and everything. Christ, he doesn't just listen to Jim. He listens to us. He listens to Bischoff. He listens to all of these fuckers. Yeah, but it's 1, 2, 2 count, 2 count, 2 count. God damn. But yeah, no, it's just too many fucking fires and too many flames and everything like that of just trying to do all of too much. And again, going back to we've talked about the whole production meeting thing. Yeah. Is it that Tony's not finishing the production, finishing the write-up till that close to the show? Or is he just beholden to so-and-so saying, I'm going to come in and do this?
I said this before. I feel like it's he wants to do what he wants to do and all the peripheral stuff, merch. Again, it's a bit of a double talk, right? Oh, wow. Did Eric catch that in the face? Dude. Wow. Brutus with a 450. Holy shit. Is Eric okay is the question.
His brain is still intact. He's not out there punching himself in the face like kidding Chris Angel there.
Bum, bum, bum. But yeah, I mean, again, I think ultimately I think because I feel like AEW has become a tax write-off for the Khan family. And I just think it's whatever Tony wants to do. So if he doesn't feel like production meetings are necessary, because it doesn't matter. He's booking the show for himself, not the sickos, himself. If he's happy, if he's entertained, we're good. That's why.
Judas is hot shot.
Wow, he held on.
And fights superplex.
Eric is taking a fucking beating. No way.
Halfway rolled through it enough, like over rotated, but nobody home. As I am about to show you how a moonsault's done by a heavy, chubby boy. Pause.
Right. And he missed it.
Home.
Holy shit.
But this has been a hell of a match. This has shown you that I think when it comes to shooting star press. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Who just throws that out there? My big ass can do a shooting star press.
A 450, 2 moonsaults, and then a shooting star.
And hits it like that Brock Lesnar style, not the 7-year
not the 7-year
style.
Yeah. Like insane.
Fucking freak athleticism.
But what you were saying, Nick, and one of the criticisms on WWE or Triple H's booking is tag team wrestling. It is coming. 2025 is a resurgence. It started late in 2024. MCMG, DIY, Viking Raiders being the Vikings. The Creed brothers are coming in. You tried to get the Lucha Bros. It still might be a thing.
Right?
I mean, the Street Profits turn.
Street Profits are amazing.
Oh, Eric,
no! Misses!
Shucks! Oh, that looked ugly.
2025 might be the year of tag team. Oh!
Where did he come from?
I came in like a wrecking ball.
Where did he come from? Every time he hits that.
Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from? My Mojo.
And there it is.
Oh. 1, 2, 3. Hell of a match. And I was about to say 2025 might be the year of tag team wrestling in WWE because Hunter's managed to take. I see what the weak point is. I see what people are talking about as our weak point. We're going to throw as much as we can at that.
Yep. And again, that's how it should be done. He did. Pancake. Speaking of that, I bought a Costco-sized bag of pancakes for Pancake Tuesday. With the premix.
It's Pancake Tuesday.
Pancake Tuesday tomorrow. You got Mardi Gras.
Oh.
Yeah, Tuesday. Let's go.
I'm just fat every day, okay? I don't need to be announced on a Tuesday. I'm fat every day.
I'm fat every day. So there you go. Good match between the Vikings and American Made.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you're teaching me about my culture of the New Orleans Mardi Gras that I had no idea about.
Look, Pancake Tuesday. Do Americans not know what Pancake Tuesday is?
They might. I don't.
Well, but either did MDB. You're not alone.
Fair enough. Vitamins of a feather flock together, I guess.
I'm curious. I want to know right now if anyone knows what Pancake Tuesday is.
I don't know, but I want fucking pancakes now, asshole.
Well, dude, that's what dinner tomorrow night is.
Bro, we have the new. Speaking of pancakes, but though we have the New Day as heels as well. Let's not forget we have the New Day as heels. We have John Cena's heel. We're going through the space-time continuum.
Right.
The Bernstein Bears are finally back as the Bernstein Bears. The Mandela effect has reversed.
As we are getting a replay of what was the match of the night for my money, KO, Sami Zayn, unsanctioned, unloaded on each other.
It was
horrible
belt to belt. It was the match of the night. The men's elimination chamber had more moments, I guess, if I could put it that way, because you anticipated this, that. The end of the show was the biggest thing. But yeah, this was match of the night.
Yeah, it was insane. It was insane. They destroyed. Spaz, I'm not really going to dive into that. Thank you so much for the super chat. People are dumb. People say dumb things, but that's not even the story they're telling. He wants to beat luchadors. He doesn't want to be a luchador. Hell of a match.
Right. He's like, unlike most Americans, he's going to Mexico to get people instead of sending them back to Mexico.
Right. I hear voices in my head.
Again, if you see Randy Orton show up at an event, know that some really cool shit's about to happen later on. Don't tune away.
It's so funny. Too bad they can't get back FTR. FTR, I think, is very happy taking the truckload of money for very little work.
And very poor work. I don't know, honestly, if FTR, if they came back, if FTR would be what FTR was.
I don't know. Raheem, what's up, fellas? Just got on. Happy birthday to your channel. May you have many more. Raheem, thank you.
Absolutely. Appreciate all the love.
Smoke signals. The tribe is angry. I lost 90 pounds on Monjero just shy of 2 years. Congrats if that's legit. Trust me, been there, my guy. So yeah, that's amazing.
Manjaro, is that a water slide? I don't know.
Right. Odds gets it. Fat Tuesday is before Ash Sunday. Is it Ash
Wednesday? You get fat, then you just explode and you turn into ash.
Right. Taco Tuesday, slap nuts, you just turn it poof. Flapjacks. I just saw it everywhere. Didn't like it's Mardi Gras.
That's fine. I like I said, I have lived always in the Northeast, and I don't know how you, as Ontarian, Canadian, Torontonian, are educating me on LWO as you're educating me on Mardi Gras culture. But I guess I've just never felt the Mardi Gras New Orleans Cajun vibe.
Right.
I don't have that Creole in my soul.
Right. Waffles is a good choice. That's the extra big bag of batter will become waffles.
Shout out though, Malcolm Muscle Malcolm, that sat there and asked Dwayne, the final boss, what his Waffle House order would be.
It's two press conferences in a row. Everyone's like, so what's the future of Mania? What's this? What's that? How do you feel about this storyline? What's John Cena going to do? Twice. One person said, what's your cheat meal? This time, what do you order at Waffle House? I'm like,
hey, no, you put some respect though on Malcolm because this man's out there asking everybody what your Waffle House order is. He's out there. If there's I want to see, like how I see when I go to McDonald's, when I see John Cena, I want to see Muscles Malcolm out there when I go to a Waffle House.
Right.
It's one of, I mean, I get it of you want everyone to. That's Ray out here with all the promos, but I guess you want all the hard hittings, but they're not going to answer the true, honest hard hittings.
So it's going to be the LaWoe versus the New Day, no DQ.
Mania.
Ray is really proud. In the United States, we call it Fat Tuesday. Yeah, Mardi Gras is French for Fat Tuesday. It's when you eat no donuts before you start of Lent. Kind of.
I know king cake. I know the king cake and everything.
Palm
Well,
Sunday,
you got
Ash
the
Wednesday.
beans. Well, remember you had our truth that thought it was Louisiana night instead of LA night.
Right. As Rhea
I'm our
Ripley gets,
truth in this situation somehow.
right. But yes, it is Palm Sunday, Ash Wednesday. Thank you, Jose. I thought that was incorrect. It's Catholic. Not well. The pancake part isn't. Is it? And on the.
I'm confirmed in everything. Like I'm Catholic, I guess, in some people's eyes, but I don't know.
Yeah, so Fat Tuesday is the same thing as Pancake Tuesday. It's a Catholic thing before Lent starts off Ash Wednesday. So on Tuesday, it's Mardi Gras. On Wednesday is Ash Wednesday. Ash Wednesdays, you're supposed to denounce something for 40 days and 40 nights in honor of, Jesus. And then on Easter, he is born again and you can go back to your bad habits. But that's essentially what it is. But I just thought everyone celebrated Pancake Tuesday.
No, you've just established that first off, I'd like to denounce the IWC, but you've also just established that I'm a bad American and a bad Catholic. That's what you've established here tonight.
Right? How are we ruining anything? We just put maple syrup on it. We're good to go.
Poutine don't ruin shit.
Nothing.
We both lost where we were. In the chat.
Yeah, I'm with KJ 100%. At least ask a better question. You're embarrassing us.
Shut up. I admitted I'm a bad American. I'm bad this. I'm just bad. I'm a bad man. On the mic, I'm a bad man.
As right now, I got Braun Breaker with Jackie Redmond. I think he's flirting, to be honest.
Oh, I've got commercials, so you got to let us know.
Mardi Gras history with KJ. Yeah, apparently I'm educating people. All I know is, listen, if it's a holiday that involves the word pancake, I will fucking show up. If it involves food, I will show up. So I don't care what the holiday, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter. Easter is my favorite. But Fat Tuesday, Pancake Tuesday, Thick Thursday, big fan. Big fan.
Already had 2 Shamrock Shakes. I think this is just y'all educating me. Like I feel like the super uneducated one. Who's Thomas? What? Maple syrup on a taco, KJ? I don't know about that.
No.
Depends on what's in the taco. Pause.
Yeah, I mean, Finn Balor coming out interrupting Braun.
Oh. AJ, Finn, Braun, triple threat?
Multiple men, 6, 7, 5, 6.
Well, has WrestleMania kind of started to feel like this, just many men? Well, we just want to have all the multi-men, all the multi-person matches.
Braun out here catching shrapnel. Everybody wants that IC title.
Yeah.
Groundhog Day. No, because you don't eat the groundhog, so I don't care.
You set me up for a joke, but I'm going to walk away.
Yes.
That's when we need the Patreon of the members only. That's when you get those jokes, folks.
You made me stutter on my own country. But on Canada Day, we definitely celebrate because that's about beaver. Anyway, moving on.
You fucker.
There is a Simpson episode about it, Nick. Well, there you go.
I must have missed it. I didn't choose that one.
Oh.
Because I'm a dog. And the dog's in the house.
It's a great question, Jose. I have no idea. Festive floobs.
Festive, because as with anything, celebrate, motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm. We should give up something for Lent just because. The
IWC. We've already done that. We've been celebrating Lent 2 months in advance.
Ash Wednesday, you do not. It's same with the Good Friday. You don't eat. You're not supposed to, but I don't want to eat fish very often.
Oh, Hash Wednesday. I love
Hash Wednesday. I'll tell you a story off, but there's a thing that ties into all that.
You're setting me up again with jokes about eating meat and fish and everything, and I'm gonna move along. I'm trying to be a good Catholic. Y'all trying to convert me back to this shit,
right? Finn giving Braun shit. They're going to be watching me. Here comes Braun.
But I like, though, with Braun, he can go in between both. He's Goldberg. He's just a badass. He is not a heel. He's not a baby face.
Mhm.
And if you're going to split Finn away from the Judgment Day, the street trash riffraff, this is a way to go.
Right. Now I want to answer, like, I don't know if I can't answer this fully because we don't have Waffle Houses.
I haven't been to a Waffle House.
Carlito.
He gets chucked over the fence for people who aren't cool.
Okay.
I would have to look at the menu to
Whoa, Dum Dum.
Dum
I think
flying.
Finn's going to give them shit. I think Finn's going to tell the Judgment Day to go away.
Well, that's the thing, is we're getting to the deviation point, the line of demarcation here between the Judgment Day and Finn Balor.
Oh, Finn Balor throwing at Braun. Braun getting double leg.
Oh,
Cinco de Mayo. I love Cinco de Mayo. Let's go. Venus de Milo.
Forbidden gummy.
Wow, big power slam. And the crowd barks. Uh-oh. Finn's in trouble. Roll. Dom Dom saves him.
Braun Breaker is the only human being I feel that's made sense of the slingshot before the spear. Roman did it against Taker.
Yeah.
What was it, 34? And it felt awkward then, of like that weird, like, building momentum. Braun makes it make sense because this man attacks the fucking ropes when he's running.
Right. No, it's full. It's crazy, the speed.
Oh, he's still running.
Oh,
and again, the way he hits it, the attitude, everything. Braun Breaker is much closer to Goldberg than a lot of people want to admit. Like, he's Goldberg the evolved form. I'll put it that way.
It's like, yeah, you got that athleticism of Goldberg. You just have a little more, maybe a lot more overall personality out of Braun. But
he can talk more.
Yeah.
But he has that just freak natural, like, you believe that every time this man hits a spear, anything this man hits, it is devastating. It is legit. Like, he is a fucking free safety coming across the middle. He is a defenseman hitting you at the fucking blue line type of shit. Versus just, he bouncy and he hits the fucking spear. No, that's decleaters. Decleaters.
As we go back to Elimination Chamber.
We just can't get enough.
So now we see the mid card starting to shape up. The main card, or the main event matches, have locked in. We got the 4 championship matches. Now we're starting to see the mid card lock in.
Right. And yeah, we're very much filling out the foundation of the card. And I'm gonna if anyone can actually get a clip of that, please send that to us. Abso-goddamn-lutely. But if someone actually, I know it's still the fucking NWO thing, and we didn't create it, but if someone hit the 4 life and everything right after that, especially on trees, when we're turning tree, we need that.
Right. We're getting the go F yourself.
Which, again, everyone, that was the cool moment. It would have been a whole lot cooler.
We repeated it in unison. It was that kind of moment.
I watched it back and I was like, Jinx, you owe me a Coke. We just happened to say it perfectly in sync.
It was so holy shit, right? Like, that's everyone, 90% of people's reaction.
Oh, absolutely. And then it became, holy, they said it. So now all bars are hold.
Right.
They're even showing Michael Cole losing his goddamn
mind. They play like the heroic music, Nick.
Yeah. And they make everything. They cut the fucking color on the fucking shit and everything. Oh, now they're gonna actually show it. Now they finally showed it. So
Oh,
almost 2 hours into the show, they finally show. Whoa,
you-
whoa, whoa, whoa.
we'll show it when we're good and ready. Thank you,
Right.
Ian. Thank you. Better late than never, I always say. Absolutely. Hope you had a good day at work, sir.
And they just cut to everybody just getting devastated. They cut to the black and white. And again, they up the saturation and all of this. Everything's getting, damn near black and white with all this. This is just, it's a moment that everyone thought would that be really cool, but we didn't expect it.
Travis Scott slapping him in the face is hilarious to me. Still, like, did they talk about it more? Like, just whack me, bro. Just fucking do it.
No, I don't think so. You almost broke that man's fucking eardrum, his orbital bone right before WrestleMania. Like, this man's taking wrestling practice. Yeah, well, maybe you have him and Bad Bunny have a match. You two sort it out before you actually get into a ring.
Yeah. There's a little stiff there.
Right. Respectfully, we get it. Pull your punch a little.
There you go. There you go. Boston, I kind of feel similar, honestly. I feel like this show's felt a touch long in the tooth for me. Kind of very static, not bad. They're very even, like very status quo. Feels like a show that in the process of getting started.
It carried over all that momentum, started up really high, and I think that's also a little bit of the detriment of because it started up so up here that now that it's here,
right,
it feels more here. It's that fucking when the temperatures whatever Fahrenheit, but feels like that's right. This now.
Yeah, 100%.
See money out here gifting memberships.
We appreciate that, C Money. Right. I love Travis Scott. I was at Astro World.
I'm glad to see you made it out. Glad to see you made it out.
Travis Scott sucks. That Cena pick, LOL. His face, like I even put it on the overlay tonight. Of like, he's just so miserable.
Well, that's the thing. Is some people were saying of like, he went to sourpuss face and everything. Like, no one acts that much of a heel. No one looks like they just swallowed a fucking lemon.
Right. And exactly what's being said here is like Triple H. There's always a plan B. Like there always is. And do you want this offer? No, plan B. Let's go, John. We knew he wasn't going to accept. We came with a plan.
Well, it almost makes even more sense if you lean into the fact of that's basically your Hollywood connection. That's the standard now. That's if you want to reach outside of pro wrestling, outside of WWE. Tornado tag match.
Tornado tag match. You see the graphic that you like?
I'm digging the graphics that they're doing, even on WWE.com of how they've got the titles now in red behind them and all that. AJ Styles calls out Logan Paul next Monday.
I want one to see money. Oh, there you go. There you go. See money throwing around more memberships. Thank you.
There you go.
Yeah,
but no, I very much like the idea of now you've got basically your two big Hollywood blockbusters. You've got, whichever Toretto and, Dwayne, you reliving all the Fast and Furious. You've got, Peacemaker and Black Adam back at it like a jackrabbit here. You've got the Hollywood Connect.
Yeah.
You've got that bar there. So it's a fantastic pair up.
Right. So yeah, next week shaping up in MSG to be insane. A steel cage, Seth versus Jay trying to leave.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, respectfully, can the wrestling just kind of calm down a little bit? Like not a lot of it, but like a little bit. Like
yeah, and I think
we're getting Roadblock. We're getting all the title matches. We're getting basically Stand and Deliver at Roadblock, and now we're getting WrestleMania Night 1 on Monday Night Raw next week.
It's crazy, and that's where it's funny because I think tonight's show is good, but it feels like everything that's going on is so crazy that some of the mid stuff is really noticeable. Of like, I get it, they can't just cook the entire time. But it's just you notice it so much right now.
You notice when you're reheating, when you're keeping things on the front, like on the hot tray or the hot plate or whatever, of keeping it just kind of a little tepid. But Jey Uso out here cutting a goddamn promo. You ain't gonna give me blah blah blah. I can hear you and shit.
Jay cuts a good promo, man.
Well, he's very much found, him and Jimmy have very much found their voice when it comes to a promo.
No, but that, I mean, and I've been saying for a long time though, if you go back, they've been hot on the mic for a long time.
Back to the
Underrated
New
on the
Day,
mic.
you know, welcome to the
Yeah.
Uso Penitentiary.
Yeah, get him, Moose.
Huh?
Look, just leave the even Kathy Kelly's like, just leave him without a shirt.
In the middle of Buffalo, brave soldier, brave man. Dion Dawkins would be proud. Dion Dawkins would be proud.
As we are getting the tail of the tape for the main event here tonight, which should be starting momentarily, I guess. Cena's heel turn supposed to be taken seriously, not made into a joke. All right, God. What do you mean though? Like,
where's it been taken into a joke?
Yeah, I don't know if we've done that. Here comes Belair.
I think it was 100% cemented to where he sits there and after the press conference, you're waiting with bated breath. The first thing he says, he just picks the microphone. Still good guy, Cena. Make sure he takes the mic off properly and everything, but then just drops it.
Yeah, 316. I got to help you here. They are a joke. In their own right, they are. Like Carlito's a funny guy. Dom's Dom. JD's not here. That's how they're gonna look. They are the pawns in the play. This is about Finn and Braun. So Braun beats the shit out of the lesser guys. I know you like Dom because he hangs around with Liv, but Dom isn't going to be world champion anytime soon. Dom's not going to be IC champion anytime soon, though he might find himself in a ladder match for the belt. And maybe I'm proven wrong, but that's why, my guy, you got to understand where they are on the pecking order.
They are ancillary characters in this story because they have their own story.
Yeah, and again, they are a bit of the comic relief at the side. That's cool,
right? MDB popping with the live.
Live.
Do you want me to read off as I'm in commercial? I don't know what you have, but the Cena's only moments of reaching out, any sort of statements from John Cena since he turned heel and everything, is his Twitter posts and everything. His tweets of the first one was at 6:06 a.m. Have the discipline to do what needs to be done, especially when you don't feel like it.
Facts.
The second one later on that day was of Harvey Dent from The Dark Knight, which everyone was very much bringing up of, you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Yep. Facts. On point.
And then the very last one was Grand Theft Auto 6, which again, everyone was making the jokes and the memes and everything of we got a John Cena heel turn before we got Grand Theft Auto 6.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny that we even know this, but yeah, I mean, again, man, a few words right now, and it's kind of cryptically all over the place, but you see what he's poking at with some of the comments for sure.
But I like that it's making you guess. Like, that's the thing. Thing about it. This man just left that and went back to filming. Like, you now still have to deal. Okay. But you still now, if you go and order a McDouble or some McNuggets and a fry or whatever from McDonald's, you go and get the value menu, you got to deal with John Cena. You want to go and, grab your kid an action figure from, Walmart or what have you, there's probably a John Cena there.
Right.
You want to, go and watch a show on Max even with Peacemaker, all that, John Cena. You want to go and watch the Fast and Furious movies, John Cena.
As right now, I don't know if you're in commercial or not. It's just Bianca dancing around the ring, swinging her hair. I guess
I have Batteries Plus commercials. So
yeah, there you go. So they are killing. As I got Io Sky making her entrance.
So is Bianca just there at ringside?
Yes.
Oh.
Because she faces the winner at Mania. So she's an onlooker, which I think she'll become an active participant, which ultimately will lead to a triple threat.
Yeah, because I was gonna say outside of that, it's like I've never really seen it of, especially before the competitors, of someone that's going to be like at ringside or what have you, or on commentary gets their whole introduction before the match. Normally, it's like after those two come out of, well, as guest commentator.
Yeah, no, they got Balor out already. Now I'm getting a replay of Elimination Chamber again, which is a commercial for SmackDown, I believe. Randy Orton and Jade Cargill come back on Friday.
So we're getting Jade. We're gonna maybe get Orton. Do we get John Cena? John Cena?
Right. I don't know about Cena, but we got other people.
Does he go full different heel, or does he go Word Life?
Oh, I don't think he's going Word Life. I think this is definitely like I don't think he's reverting backwards. I think he is John Cena now. Like I had to do this, and this is why. I can't imagine 50-year-old John Cena being like, I'm gonna go out and freestyle. I'll be right back. Where's my chain? I don't see it. I don't see it.
Hello, fellow youths.
yeah, right.
As I've got EO in the ring. C Money, thank you very much for the $3 super chat of happy birthday to our YouTube tag stream champions of the world.
This is my brutality. I'm busy.
Okay.
Io, Bianca, Rhea, I think so too. Cody Story is SmackDown, so no reason for Cena to show up on Raw. Facts. Santino is so much like R-Truth. He is a treasure. Yeah, Santino's done well.
Is he Canadian R-Truth?
No. Not even honorary, I don't think.
Santino's not Canadian?
Santino is. R-Truth isn't.
Yes, that's why I said if Santino was Canadian R-Truth.
Yes. Wait, what?
Same side is on the Canadian side, and you said no. And
well,
then
no,
like,
because you said
honorary. I was like, I'm not saying Truth's Canadian. I'm saying Santino's Canadian.
But why did you say R-Truth after? Because that's what's confused the conversation. You said
is he the comparable of he's I said it is Santino Canadian R-Truth. Yes, that's what I said. It's almost like I said it now 4 times.
No, technically he's the Italian R-Truth, but I mean, yeah, I get it. The comedy guy for sure. Yeah, but think about it. He's like, is he Canadian? Or I don't know what you're asking, but we got there. There. Mammy Ripley, first Ricochet, now turns now Cena. Yeah, that's not the same at all.
Are the 2 top heels in pro wrestling right now Ricochet and John Cena?
No, because Ricochet's not one of the top heels in the business.
Instantly just no, fuck you, Ricochet.
No. There's like 6.
Who's the top heel in AEW?
John Moxley, clearly.
No, he's the top mystery.
Kyle Fletcher.
Shit, you might actually be right with that one.
I mean, again, it's hard to say. Like, there's so who's the top babyface? I don't know. Where does MJF fit into that category? We don't know. Osprey's,
or Omega, or Heyman.
When do we hear from R-Truth about Cena? They need to have an interaction. They have to.
You're just gonna break down crying, or just like have to maul this man of like, why, John? Why?
Beat him up.
Could that be like I can't throw a Make-A-Wish kid, but I can beat up R-Truth?
Right. I think Rhea retains because Dakota turns on Io, possibly. They did interview Io earlier, so I don't know if that ties in any way, shape, or form. Right now, 62% of the chat taking Rhea. Listen, folks. Listen.
Yo, you're still getting a little bit of the shaky cam with Rhea right now.
But listen, folks, anybody worried about this woman being booked or how she booked, everybody in Buffalo losing their fucking mind.
She is the top of the division. You can like it, you can run from it, you can embrace it. It is inevitable. She is the top of women's pro wrestling right now. Like it or hate it, that's what facts are.
Mm-hmm. Who else gets annoyed by Rhea Ripley? I know one person, but not me. I think
316. And not us.
Rhea Ripley for the win. Yeah, Rhea heavy, 63%, not bad. EO only 17. Nobody is actually beating out EO at the moment as the vote goes on the poll. So yeah.
Oh. Well, I mean, it would make sense then if you get nobody, then you get your triple threat, because this is still very much been pretty much the year of EO. Like, as much as Rhea's been dominant, EO has been that underlying current.
Oh, huge drop kick. Rude. Rhea for the win. We come overrated and overbooked Rhea. Real cheers, cry me a river. Sorry. Buddy Matthews.
Take off the blinders, my guy.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Silly.
You might like wrestling a lot more if you didn't just have partiality to it.
I don't think he likes wrestling. I just think he likes cute blondes.
I mean, some people like blondes, but you do you, boo-boo.
Rhea is number one for a reason. Yeah, let's be real. Nobody wins this match, leads to a triple threat. I'm with you, Damien. I'm with you all the way.
Oh, Rhea, she got to hit a Styles Clash.
Oh, EO onto the shoulders. Roll through.
1, 2. Fucking big head kick there.
Dun, dun, dun. It ends with DQ. So how we like Rhea to be wrestling fans. The F out. Oh, yeah. So we have to. No. You don't have to like it, but you can't say she's overbooked. You can say I don't like her, but you can't say things that are not factually supported. So when somebody is overbooked or overused or not doing well or suck at their job or overrated, well, I mean, again, that's all we can be debated. But when they're out here, they perform well, they have good matches, the crowd goes bananas. That's the problem. You can have your opinion. You don't have to like Rhea, but to say she's not over is inaccurate for others.
Right. We'll entertain discussions and differencing opinions. We won't entertain fallacies and just out and outright lies.
Right.
As I'm in commercial break after, I believe Rhea hit. Was it either Rhea or EO hit a superplex on the other?
Rhea's
on the outside. Okay.
Rhea's eyeballing Bianca, sliding EO back into the ring. Dun dun dun. MDB, that should be the name of the category from now on. What category? Gotta love wrestling. I don't know. I lost him somewhere. Facts. We got to get to my almighty overlord. What do I got to do? What do you want from me?
Yeah, explain. You being all saying everything but what you're trying to say.
Right. She's overbooked because she's the best. Cry about it. That's kind of where you got.
Yeah, it's again. Don't be mad just because your favorite isn't getting booked in all these spots. Like, it's still the fucking story.
Right. But saying Rhea Ripley is overbooked is like saying Stone Cold was overbooked once upon a time. Again, not everybody loves Stone Cold Steve Austin. More than most did, though. So that's where it becomes an issue, right? Like, again, you might not like Rhea, especially because she beats up your favorite little princess. But at the end of the day, she's over as fuck.
Can I just say something, though? I feel like the maybe 5 people at that time that didn't like Stone Cold Steve Austin didn't have Twitter accounts and didn't have fucking, it could go live on any social media platform and just say bullshit. So I think that's a bit of an issue that we deal with now. Just saying.
Right. Oh, Rhea Ripley. Oh, a bit of a sloppy power bomb. Didn't quite get Io up.
Fair enough. You say sloppy as I get a real American beer fucking
She broke a
commercial.
nail. Maybe 3. I don't know. Looks like she's missing it.
I got a real American beer spot and thought it was a Tim and Eric sketch.
R-Truth for even Mega. Yeah, beat up R-Truth. R-Truth come running out and be like, John, why? You were my favorite. Blah, blah, blah. Like, kind of speak on the behalf of every child out there. And then Cena fucking whoop him.
Yeah, he just, Cena's out there and he's about to talk and everything. And then you hear R-Truth come out and I just got to know, John, why? Why? I used to look up to you. You were my idol. Even little Jimmy. You made little Jimmy cry.
Right.
And just ask him why and just go into it. Because again, I sat there and threw up polls and everything of like, who got hurt most from this getting Cena heel turn? Because a lot of us kind of cheered for it. And R-Truth was the outwinning favorite of. He got messed up. He crashed out. He had to sit there and why, John? Why?
Rob kick coming out of the commercial, Nick.
1, 2 go.
Poor little Jimmy. Wow.
Got a replay. And getting Io sold that like she was a bowling pin that just got knocked over.
I believe, Christopher, that's a pretty safe bet. It's kind of something they've done often is somebody just so happens the fight ends up over by where they're sitting.
Yeah, be interesting. I mean, backstabber. As we haven't gotten anywhere near the outside, really. Well, we had the suplex on the outside. That might have been where you could have done it, but right. So we went back into the ring.
Yeah. Remember, folks, you can disagree about things. Keep the gloves above the waist. I will put you in the penalty box, or I will just outright delete your comment. And it's a waste of my time. So, again, communicate healthy. Welcome to the WFU. I almost called it the WIW.
The Wii. No more, no, penalty box, 5 minutes for high commenting.
Right. Dun 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 dun.
Now Io with a shotgun drop kick there off the top rope.
And Io flips up. Nice pop for Io.
Has Io surpassed Kyrie and Asuka?
Like recently? No, I think she did that a long time
as
ago.
Far as like the WWE landscape.
Yeah, Io's phenomenal. Like, I guess Asuka would be the biggest hurdle to jump on that one, but Kyrie's not even in the conversation. Asuka's been on the shelf, which really helped out Io. But Io had such an amazing NXT run. So did Asuka. But right now in 2025, to me, Io's the top of the pile.
Fair. Well, and she's a really, you've seen it a bit with Asuka, and at times it's been stop-starty with actually seeing the personality with them. And I think you've really, Christ, you see a War Games match, Io's jumping off with a fucking trash bin above her head and all of that. Like, she's got that crazy psychotic personality attached.
I love her entrance.
I love Io is as a character.
Yeah, and again, she's going to come out and do some wild shit. But both women down.
Boy. I'm a wild.
I believe Liv went Freddie Freeman on Jade and putting it off on Naomi. I don't think so.
I think that was Christopher just trying to find a way to throw Freddie Freeman into a comment to try and dig at me as a Yankees fan.
Is Liv better than Sky? That's a loaded question because there's so many things to pull out. No, Sky overall is better for my money, but Liv's going to make you more money if you own a wrestling company than Io will.
I think it might be a lot closer than you'd think. I'd say Liv is better in ring, but I can see where you got there with Liv. Right now, maybe, yeah. I can see your argument. I would just maybe say it's a lot closer then it's a runaway for Liv on that end.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a runaway, but I think if I had to pick, and I mean, I love them both so much. It's just the added dynamics of Liv being a complete pain in the ass and doing it well.
Right. Like AJ. Are you guys related?
I think we're considered common law at this point. We've been together a long time.
I guess that would make me a polygamist at this point if I have a second marriage and it's to KJ. I haven't moved to Utah. I live in New Hampshire, but yeah, no,
Right.
Unrelated. He's my brother from my other mother. Same thing with Anthony and so on. I just got brothers. I'm like, what is the Vince Vaughn movie to where he donates and then just realizes he has like 57 children all across the globe and everything? I think that might be us.
Yeah, what's that movie called? I don't know what the movie's called. It sucked.
You know what I'm talking about, though.
Yes, I do.
I didn't just make a movie up on the spot.
No.
Oh, big move. Oh, and turn Io inside out. 1, 2. Dos amigos. Manny Marijuana's just been laughing his hat. Every comment I've seen from this man is just chuckles, and I love you.
Right. Now we're going to get in is Alexa overrated? I don't think so. She loved.
No. No. To me, it's really interesting to see, honestly, at this point, a differentiation of people who have watched wrestling for a while. Delivery man. Yeah. Oh, trust me. I've done said my mom's was out there hooking up with the milkman. But I very much think that you see now the divide of wrestling fans that have been watching for a while and new wrestling fans. Like we're seeing that divide of knowing this doesn't have to end in 2 weeks. Like this can go a while.
Right. Io up top. Kyrie insane elbow.
Insane elbow 1, 2.
Big kick out. There we go. Clock. We still got some time.
Oh, little bit of a halfway cut to Hajime.
She's got that arm trapped. Rhea fighting.
She's just kind of got like a spike on the throat there.
Oh, Ripley's going the wrong way.
Yeah. Turn towards the ropes instead of into the rope. Oh. I'm going to just stand up with this woman on your back. I'm going to crawl on you like a spider monkey.
Oh. Oh. Oh, okay. Goodbye, Ripley.
Yeah.
In
the corner.
Running knees. Monet is better than Ripley. No. Fuck no. That is silly to say out loud. Take that back. Never say that out loud again.
Monet is a counterfeit wrestler. That's what it is. Oh, Rhea with about is she about to hit a fucking spin out powerbomb out of this? A fucking super back body drop. Fold this woman. 1, 2.
Oh, so close.
Man, with that, but yeah.
It's a good time to be in Florida for wrestling, AJ. The height of their popularity.
Yeah, I mean, there's very few reasons to be proud to be in Florida, but wrestling might be one of the few.
This is Awesome Chance breaking out.
Oh, Cloverleaf.
Going for the Cloverleaf. Just swinging her around. You tell me you didn't just say that. Shit.
All right. Well, I saw where they were going, and she kind of just very much lost herself into that pose.
John Cena attacks again.
Is it right? You can't see me. I do like though a lot of everybody's that saying of like John Cena's really first like line publicly should just be like, "Can you see me now?"
Right.
Just the Brock Lesnar of the UFC. Do you see me now?
Right. Oh, big power bomb. Io taking Rhea to the woodshed. I like it.
Well, again, Io's out there. She's above Kyrie. She's above Asuka. She's out there above. Oh, moonsault. She's above fucking Momo.
Out.
Dude, foot on the rope. Foot on the rope.
Foot on the ropes. My guy, lots of action. Lots of action. Can you
Io, top women's female Japanese wrestler right now.
What?
Io is the top women's wrestler from Japan right now.
Yes.
Over Momo.
Mumu is quite popular.
Mumu. No Mumus.
No Mumu.
Over Asuka. Over Kyrie.
Oh.
Over
Ripley.
Julia.
Yeah, at the moment.
Yeah.
Julia wants to be where Io is now. Tope Io!
Oh, Io.
Io just
electric chair just eats the fucking ring mat and then eats the desk.
Number one with a bullet.
Right.
That hurt Io more.
Well, hey, by the way, we might be going into extra innings here because normally we got about 3 minutes or so before normally Raw ends. So we might be going into extra innings.
Yeah, I feel like memory serves me correct. We went about 7-8 minutes over last week. So I'll be very curious how close to the hour are we on this one, or the half hour.
Fair.
Number one with a bullet. Stone cutters. We do. I don't know how we got there.
Who makes Cena turn heel every night? We do. Oh. We do.
Belair rooting Io on. That's a bit interesting. Is that just going to piss Rhea off?
Oh, she's looking at her now.
Jack Johnson.
Who holds back the Bianca? We do. Now I'm just thinking of how I can turn into the fucking Stonecutters thing. I'm a sucker for a Simpsons sing-along. So now we're getting Rhea and Bianca. Now, Bianca, you were quick to drop the fucking jacket for, Jade, but you staying suited and booted out here for Rhea. Looked like you were more ready to fight on Saturday than tonight.
The ref trying to break him up. Now,
by the way, shout out Ref Jess, I guess, wrestling in the Evolve tapings, but yeah.
Right, but Rhea sliding back into the ring. I think let Io get up.
Io's just been dead this whole time, apparently.
She is. She got hurt. She got the shit kicked out of her. I like when someone sells.
For 17 minutes?
Yeah, for the whopping 45 seconds that was. The Ember's the heel turn. Yes. After being dropped off the apron, the table.
Yeah, and she's looking at Bianca. She's about to do it.
Yeah. The ref letting them go.
Hurricane Runner!
Do it! Yeah.
Boots out!
Let's go!
1, 2.
Io Sky!
Is your new women's champion.
Let's go. Io with the moonsault. Beautiful. Let's go.
We want that Io. Oh, we want that Io.
Shocking the world.
That's a holy. We talked about triple threats. Now that's how you got to your triple threat.
Yeah, even better way to get it. If you're only going to circle back to the triple threat anyway, that works wonders. Io Sky going to Mania. Io Sky is your champion. Io Sky Belair as it stands right now.
Right now, as it stands, Io Sky versus Bianca Belair. Rhea Ripley finds your hitchhike your way to Vegas for WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
That is just, you never thought they'd do it. Is that a bookend? Like, the middle wasn't the greatest on the sandwich. Somehow the bread was better on the sandwich than the middle.
Right. Yeah, I mean, again, a big way to end it. Like, I know a lot of people, but when you talk about women's wrestling, you want things unpredictable. You want things exciting. That was unpredictable. Everyone just assumed Rhea would win, or maybe it would turn into a triple threat. But now we got to go about business a different way. We still might get the same result, but my God, congratulations. Look, Scott's not happy now. Can't please everybody. What?
Yeah, well, no, we found the secret hatch. We found the way out, the reach around here. Pause. We found the workaround here of,
Let's go.
just think about it. Everybody that was like, oh, I can't believe we're going to just do freaking Rhea versus Bianca. Freaking Io needs this. Guess what, bitch? Surprise.
Right. And Christopher
Shadow Man's losing his mind in the Yeet Buffalo shirt. But yeah, Io Sky, pyros and all, is your new women's champion.
Let's go. Let's go. She is emotional. She is going to Mania. And a lot of people a couple weeks ago, I can't believe what they're doing to Io. Well, now she's your champion. So, again, we preach to the WFU, patience, see how things play out, and then we'll work backwards on the criticism. But Rhea Ripley gets distracted. Io takes her out. She's going to Mania, folks.
Patience is a virtue, and this is why you should be part of the WFU instead of the IWC. Because we would have taught you that patience by now and everything like that. We're going to learn you of, again, even that they did this.
Yep.
The story still remains to be told. This is not, oh my God, they didn't fuck this up or anything.
Right.
Fantastic. Because that's the thing. I can already see Twitter thumbs ablazing of, oh, they took the title off of Rhea. Blah, 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 blah.
Right.
We're over a month away from WrestleMania. Yeah. We got time. Let simmers, let boiling pots boil.
Right. But again, and I mean, I think it was Christopher and MDB and a couple other people pointed out. I mean, again, the surprise is I'm shocked. That's why they're doing shit like this. They're making the shows like you have to tune in, because if they announce a title match, there could be a title change. Even if we think it's highly unlikely, it could be a thing. We saw it with DIY. We didn't expect them to get those belts. They got them. Io tonight gets that belt. Here we go. So congrats to her. So, yeah, I mean, you got to give them credit. You got to give them credit.
It felt like a foregone conclusion with Rhea's going to retain, and we're setting up of her versus Bianca. And it would be one of those more of, Io works her way into the triple threat. Now Rhea has to work her way into the triple threat. That's the thing, is that's just out the goddamn blue and everything, which now I know. I want to find MDB was there it is. 316. You have official 0 legs to stand on. If you ever call her Rhea Hogan again, I'm gonna have some choice words. Absolutely. That was caught you off guard. That was, again, a really great way to bookend Monday Night Raw. In between, you can debate on how you felt. That's where the minutia lies. That's where your true rating lies. But that was a good bit of wrestling into between some 2 good slices of bread right there. If you started off with CM Punk spitting fire like a goddamn dragon, and then you end it with the surprise of Io Sky as your new women's champion, we can argue the minutia, but that's a good bookend.
Right. No, again, a great way to do it. I mean, 20 minutes the show was unbelievable to start it, and it was really exciting as far as what they gave us with Punk and Seth. But my God, I mean, again, unpredictable. The way they've got it done, I mean, it's excitement. And again, I love the chat, because there was people that are pro, or anti-Rhea. Now there's people in the chat who are anti-Io. There's people out there in the chat that aren't a big fan of Balor, like, again, to each your own. That is garbage. I'm not sure what you're referring to, but what we just watched
Yeah.
was
So Scott, not a good bookend. I will say I love 316 because he takes a licking and keeps on ticking. Man still keeps coming back, even though he just gets dunked on every stream. But yeah.
Stubborn as shit.
No, but I love it. And again, that's why we're here. We're in open discussion. We're not saying, oh, if you didn't like it, like, oh, you're an absolute fool. But you can't just say, oh, it was terrible, and then say nothing to it. Explain, show your work. Show your work. We're like a math teacher in high school. Show your work.
Yeah, I mean, opinions are great, but you got to come through the facts, and that's where I get defensive. And I'll, we turn it on real quick. Again, it's got to be somewhere late in, if you have some evidence to support your claim, by all means. But Shaq saying, I watched every Elimination Chamber since the start, and I can honestly say this is by far one of the best. I know I'm a little late to the conversation. I'll do better next time. Hey, better late than never, and we appreciate you here for even a minute. Rhea's pissed. She should be. Rhea's super pissed. Let's go. I'm so happy. 9 out of 10. Folks, we take a rating out of 10 on every single show. Let us know, how did you feel about it? Give us your rating out of 10 in the chat. But 9 out of 10 from Eric, 8.5 from Vance, 8.5. See, it's funny how that ending completely changed everyone's mood. 9. We were heading towards 6.5s and 7s, fuckers.
Yeah, but still, you end on a good note. it'll spin it right round, maybe.
Right, room to mid-match for you're wrong, Boston. I just make it simple.
For fucking Christ. Wait, no, go and click back on V Hockey's comment, please.
Why?
Because I want to argue.
But
ruin a dream match to add a mid-level player to it. Fucking who's the mid-level player? I want to know. Explain how Io Sky, the same person that everyone's out there of crashing out about how she's not going to be or wasn't going to be involved at WrestleMania, is a mid-level player. And these are the same people that were losing their minds of Bianca's pushed too much, Rhea's pushed too much. There's no fucking pleasing. No, I'm just sick of the fucking just make an argument just to have an argument just because fuck women's wrestling type of shit. Of just to argue shit. Like, no. Sometimes it's good women's wrestling. Like, the people that want to praise up women's wrestling just refuse to fucking actually beacon it and like support it when it's actually cooking. Like, think about it. We're having Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, and Bianca Belair, 3 of undeniably the top 5, top 10, top 3 women's wrestlers right now. And we want to sit there and say, oh, we interrupted with a mid-level player. Like, fuck off respectfully with that opinion. Honestly, like, all due respect of this is my thoughts, not the channel's thoughts.
Clearly.
No, yes, but have the fucking discussion and everything a bit with it.
Yeah, and I mean the idea that, again, I mean there was a groundswell of people out there that really felt bad for Io and wanted Io involved. So hockey, you might be in the minority and not agree with that opinion, but there lies in the fun of it all is some people tonight really got what they wanted, other people didn't. But again, happy birthday and congratulations, 6K truly appearance. Appreciate you guys, you too, Ringsider Anthony. Thank you so much. We do appreciate that. And again, that's my favorite part of all this. The surprises keep coming. Phoenix is still out there. Malachi is still out there. God knows who else they're talking to. The surprises keep coming. Like, no, I don't think many people at most thought we'd get a kerfuffle that led to a triple threat. Not Neo win. Io outright wins.
Right? Your nemesis, everyone thinks Sky is mid-level, that doesn't know wrestling. And then, well, no, and then again, still B hockey still coming. Like, again, I like that we have the discussion. I'm not going to read it, but I like that we have the discussion.
Yeah, and I mean, again, to each their own. I mean, the Io to me is a star. I mean, Io destroyed NXT to the point where Io had nobody left to fight. They had to move her up, and now you're giving her time on the main roster. Everything from her entrance to what she does in the ring is phenomenal by my standards. So we just have different opinion on the overall approach to it. But yeah, I mean, again, it is what it is. If you don't like Io, you don't like Io. 7 out of 10 because the ref didn't stop the match when Bianca got involved. Scott, that's picky shit. The ref gave rope.
Distracted. Well, he wasn't looking at it.
Right.
Unlike Sorry, I almost said the promotion,
was
but
in the middle.
unlike another 3-lettered promotion,
Well, she was in the middle
the
of
ref
it.
isn't sitting there eyeballing it the whole
She
time.
was right in the middle of it, Nick. She was right in the middle of it. She was right there trying to break it up.
Well,
Yeah, so I mean, at the end of
I
the
was
day,
trying to defend it.
yeah, it's they're just giving it a little rope. It's a main event. It's a main event. It's a title shot. Bianca didn't strike her.
She came down with a case of the Aubreys. She came down with a case of the Aubreys.
Yeah, maybe 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 8.5 out of 10, 10 out of 10, because you guys make the show. Thank you, Maddie. The garbage man who can jump in the trash bin, jump in the cage, taking Rhea's title, making her range. The EO, EO,
EO.
9 out of 10 from Christopher. She didn't stop the match because Rhea initiated contact. Facts. EO is a main eventer, period. Yeah, deal with it. But EO is a main eventer. It's funny. They were like, we don't like the main eventers we have, but we don't like the ones you're trying to push. We don't like,
that's just, there is no fucking pleasing you. Can you pick something? Can you like something, please?
Yeah. 9 out of 10. We're gonna have to send you back to the IWC if you can't open your mind. Rhea deserves the L for keeping her eye on the ball. Facts, Savit, you're right. Rhea, as good as Rhea is, Rhea was distracted. Her still beating EO makes EO look weak because a distracted Rhea beat you. You don't deserve to be in the WrestleMania picture. Yeah. EO gets the win. EO looks strong. EO moves on.
Well, I mean, it's
a nice surprise.
Yeah, that's such a swerve of. Again, we all kind of thought it was Rhea's match to win, and now EO wins, and now Rhea's the one that's got to find her way. We all thought it was going to be EO has to find her way into the triple threat,
right?
And now Rhea is the one that's got to find her way there,
right? Triple H believes in EO. We know if he had the helm earlier, Asuka would have been a multiple-time champion. Again, Triple H believes in especially the NXT talent. I mean, he doesn't. It's not the same. Things have changed, and holding Triple H's decisions accountable for things that have happened, in the past isn't fair. He inherited the fucking place.
Right. Well, how do you feel? Would Cena's heel turn happen under He Who Shall Not Be Named, or was that an only a Hunter thing?
That one is a tough one to call because Vince could be talked into it. Like if The Rock had gone to
He was going to do it in 2012.
Yeah. I could see him doing it. But would he have done it well? Would it have been cool? Would it have made sense? I don't know. Vince, I have no faith in. For obvious reasons. He ran me away from wrestling, old bastard. It was all put. Yeah, there you go. Oh, wait, it was all pushes. Yeah, exactly what I said, kid. We got it. Marvin's having a good time. Maddie's having a good time. Raw was 9 out of 10. I can't go that high. I think I'm going to stay at an 8. I was considering lower until the end, but I think I'm good with an 8 based on how the whole thing ended. Quality show. I thought the tag match was fun. The IC title match was okay. But CM Punk Seth steal the show. Overall, really a really strong one, but not to be outdone. That main event kind of took us home.
8.5.
Fair enough.
Started off on fire. Might have lost its way a little bit in the beginning. Following after that, the men's tag title match was really, really solid. Yeah. I really liked that, and we were really talking about the division there. Mm-hmm. So I'll give you that. Though I'll get 100% the ending of the show very much helped bring it home a bit. Very much a lot of, and it makes sense, but a lot of replays of Elimination Chamber.
Yes.
Like a lot.
Yes.
But makes sense why.
Mm-hmm.
I can maybe be worked down to an 8, but I'm going 8.5.
Fair enough, my guy. 9.5 out of 10, 3 competitive title matches and a title change. CM Punk promo, only negative, slightly too many. Cena recaps. They did go back to a lot, but it's so big. How do you want to? 100, Io is a main eventer. IWC, laugh my ass off, 8 out of 10. Io cannot cut a promo whatsoever. She can, though. Was arguing for her and to be added. He has no clue. Again, similar. So we punish her because of the language barrier, or we don't be ignorant. That's the other option. Then that's an ignorant comment, B-Hockey.
If you're gonna call them people's clowns, then call me crusty, motherfucker, because
Right.
I'll be out there 100%.
Yeah. And again, she was a phenomenal NXT champion that I couldn't wait to see and cheer for, regardless if she ever spoke at all. I didn't give a fuck about her promos.
No, all right, hold on. I'm skipping through this. This is like adding Gable to the Cody Cena match because he's a great worker. No, the fuck it's not. You're talking about a former women's world champion who was recently a women's world champion, was literally just competing and actually just fucking won it and everything. Like, I get cool. You want to try and be edgy and say something that's alternative and a different take and everything. But you can be fucking blind and ignorant, and that's what you are right now with this. Like, I don't get how you're getting there outside of just, I want to take an edgy take. Like, there's truths to this. You can debate some things, and you can have some things that are truths. Sorry.
Absolutely, absolutely. Gable is in Mexico. He's busy. Yeah, he's got his own problems. Yes, you're definitely real. That is my real window behind me. So shout out. But ladies and gentlemen, that is the show. Actually, we'll end it with a happier one. Io Sky winning 8.5 for life. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to shut it down. We are back tomorrow. NXT stacking up the go-home show for Roadblock and a busy week. Wednesday, the go-home show for Revolution. We're here on Saturday for Collision. Friday, we got a 3-hour SmackDown. Our previews and predictions will be on Thursday. As always, be a friend, tell a friend. Thank you for 3 years of crazy times, crazy fun. We have loved watching this grow and evolve and become the family that it is. We are the WFU. We are the Wrestling for Life Network. Follow us on all of our socials. And again, humbly, we thank all of you for even a minute of your time. Thank you to Nick and anyone else that's ever appeared on this channel. We appreciate all the love, all the support, all the help, and we're looking forward to what's to come in the future. But for my money, a pretty good show tonight. WrestleMania is off and running. MDB, there you go. And I promise we got more on the way, Big Nick.
Absolutely. Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is all authentic. When you're talking about that wrestling, you put that for life with it.
See you on the flip side. Happy birthday to us. Good night.